Radio true leader. Radio true leader. We rise every morning with truth in our hands.
they feel, how the women they say they feel, how they include them now. All kind job waiting at this country. As we know, this is the first government we get over 33% women inside cabinet, over 33% women inside parliament, and all the methods the way they put, now for let it make life easier, government easier for the women they reach out. Also how they picking and they feel about them protection, about the hands of our girls where in West Nine they run that one day. Also they look at how we they feel about the fit salon, how the rest where we they talk about, how the yabas where they talk about. The oil price don't go down. When in fact last year, all mommy they holla say yabas no day, they say no stop for bring yabas. Then we get people the way they bring the yabas, then they go plant. Now yabas and they plant under this country. Nobody know you talk about shortage again. Now fast month don't pass so. Nobody know talk about shortage of oil. Nobody knows talk about shortage of rice. Nobody knows talk about shortage of yabas and anything where they go to port. This is him they call good governance. So it can now for let the people they say, yeah, in your feedback, they your feedback. You don't know what you don't do. Una glad what they do. Una get anything else una want for let it go do, like you know, so that when you go back, you go adjust your own achievement.
Okay. Mr. Spokesman, if we can be specific a bit, we don't come Makeni since then this year with the sort out the views. People then they try for even say, what did the president therefore can say to the people of Makeni to be specific, being that Makeni are the host for this particular town hall. What do you think, say, the president will come and say to the people of Makeni, especially on developmental things that we don't undertake at Makeni and that of the rest of the Northwest and the Northwest region?
Thank you very much. The president, you know, the agenda, the national agenda. First, we look at the struggle where parents them, mama and papa them, and uncle them, and guardian them, they struggle for send Pekin and go school. He makes sure, say, he remove the payment of school fees in all areas, every village in this country. Here in Makeni, all the Pekin where they go school. That's if first you want to send in Pekin a private school. Or if you send in a government school, a government assisted school, you know they pay. First them, this school was in Abso Miami camp. They mean the driveway for school fees. But today they know they drive one Pekin because government they pay all that. Then they drive you for exam fees. Or you miss your exams. President don't do that. He don't do that for everybody. Alright, and the health also. We don't make sure say, let's say the Usai hospital no day, we get what they call mobile health clinics, where they go to every region, they go to every village, for go meet the people that we're not able to go to hospital. We don't see how that they improve. We don't see say the woman them, where been they die when they go born picking. That number they don't reduce by over 60%. This is not what we talk about. Now World Health Organization, I ain't talk about. We don't see say the picking where been they die. When they talk say Salon are the worst place in the world for do this, we don't see say that don't be now also a reduction of 60%. So that's a big achievement for everybody, not only Makeni, not only Port Loko, but nationally. But in Makeni in particular, we know say the energy. One of the places where energy very constant, pass for the 10 or 15 days in a year, where boom boom again for what's they call maintenance. After that, okay. So now we are here. And of course, we know say Makeni are not the grumble for one area, one road, where President get for talk about when he come.
Okay, that's a good one. Thank you very much, Mr. Spokesman, the Honorable Alpha Khan, where you don't there with me for this program. We will continue to engage you as the program they proceed. As you talk about human business, we now they can talk to the gender advisor to the president. We are no less a person than Madam. IJ Kaba. Madam IJ Kaba, of we all know, be appointed by the president for being the gender advisor. And the spokesperson just talk about women's empowerment and that of woman the well body business, where the president don't do a very major development towards. So, Madam Kaba, welcome to this special interview.
Thank you very much.
We all day here today for listening to the president and ask the president questions. What do you get for say in the area where the president appoints you, where you serve so far? How the president don't ensure say that area they be really
This country. When the minister not in an deputy day, so you find out say President Bill don't do a lot for the women of this country in terms of policies, in terms of laws the way don't pass. Don't forget say also under President Bill we get the child prohibition marriage. Today, 18 people not 18 enough for marriage. Now under President Bill it be. So now we responsibility for me to then laws that way President Bill not champion. For law make sure say make it be reflected in the status of the woman and the girl picking in this country. So as presidential advisor on gender, I will say proudly that President Bill don't do more than well for the women of this country.
you really get an open hand for
Listening here, not so only to IJ Kaba, when a presidential advisor on gender, he also they listen to the minister of gender, and they listen to other people then. When something happen, they call me. What do you think about it? What do they go on to? What do you profile on your solutions? When give me ideas, as because now on a day with the woman on the ground, I do with the people on the ground. So President Bill they give me free hand for doing job. All he they say if one for go wrong, they go call you attention. You know things say this for happen. So for me, I think say he has done well in that direction also.
Thank you very much, Madam Kaba. Well, this is the former, the late president's wife, when President Shijan Kaba in wife, also now the gender advisor to the current president, when President Bio. As Abitauna, we get all facets of people now here. Presently, they can talk to a local authority when I paramount chief. We don't talk to the spokesperson for the government. We don't talk to the gender advisor for the government. Now they can listen to the local authority. And I know less a person when I paramount chief now, a chief dom we going to this yourself small. Yes sir. Your name? Chief dom we represent.
Mina paramount chief Makeni Ankolo the second. Makeni chief dom at the bottom of the street. Where the three of us now we get the city of Makeni. Because three chiefdom they inside Makeni. So me now one of the paramount chiefdom.
Okay, PC. Since you received this message, say the president they come na Makeni, to be specific, for can sit down with Una elders, the people of Makeni and the people of the let's say northwest and northeast region, for can talk to Una ask a question, the answer to Una question. How will be received that particular message?
Me now be person where I be really glad for get the president now we missed. More especially this day today. In the very first place, what I want to say is, for quite some time, we are eager for get the president among to miss now the Bombali districts. They don't say well they eager for let the president get a function, a major function, way for get now this district. Because we as paramount chiefs, we want for make sure say the president is our president, not only president of SFPP, APC or whatever. But is a president for this very region. So we want for make sure say we get that feeling amongst me. And when President de Canaya, it gets lots of implications. In the very first place, like what we don't see so the gathering we don't come Naya. But who people that they benefit out of the visit of the president. They benefit out of them, we don't come in terms of economic, when they will get guest house, we want them where they do their business, all other businesses, they function today, then they get benefit out of them. Like we now as paramount chiefs, would they feel happy for all day among the who missed and discussed. And this is the one of the day where we they yearning for a couple of times. One for sit down with the people who get presently now a son of a paramount chief. So we know say something, he's now a paramount chief in the making. So he's part of us. And if he there with we go glad we know say
we still continue to talk to more people, but let them tell we their perception, how they feel about the president in Kawan, now Makeni, Bombale district for can talk to the people of this particular district and see how they can able for get conversation and talk to themselves, may they able for explain to and itself explain to the people about in development activities that we don't undertake and also what the people they think say and need for do more way and not be done they do. Welcome to this interview, my brother. Your name and which institution you represent?
My name is Mohamed Patabari. I'm a political science student, year 1, UNIMAG.
So, Pate, what's this mean to you as a student in the first instance? The president's image of focus on education. Now you can sit down and listen to the president and at the end, ask the president questions. What does this mean to you and what are the things that we really expect for you from the president or want to say to the president?
Well, to me this means a lot because as a student of political science, this is an eye-opener because we will learn, not just for learn the theories, because here we will learn the practical sense of them. So, for now we go able to meet with the president facially, not just for what they see on TV, not just for what they read online, for able to interface with them facially and talk, ask some certain questions them objectively. I believe it's a boost to me as a young person because as a young person, I mean a critical stakeholder of development. And if I get this platform for talk, ask critical questions, I believe say they go able to respond to you directly without them go say this are the PR or this are the policy. So for talk with the president in a town hall meeting like this, now a blessing to me as a young person and a blessing to we as a nation because that way we put we concerns them objectively without a political lens, without a tribal lens, without a regional lens. So at the end of the day, we all go able to speak mind them openly and get a national point where we will speak one great thing when development.
Within 5 seconds, just tell me one of the questions that you go one for. Ask the president if you get the opportunity.
Well, one of the questions that we ask Mr. President is, what's in day for we young people in the next 5 years? Na agenda.
Thank you very much. Well, that's Napate with the talk show where you don't listen to it. Pate, they say thank you very much, Pate. Continue for sit and wait. Twice the president they come and you can get the opportunity for talk to the president. We now continue for talk to more people and woman them now people who they always continue for talk to because the president now one of the focus areas around the women's empowerment. We get to your mommy now, mommy. What is the name?
Her name Aja Chicago.
Okay, mommy Aja, talk to the camera. Now, Makeni, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So now they can get the opportunity for sit with the president, where the president will explain to Una as to the things that we think they don't do since he can have power, and listen to Una as to what Una self thinks say Una wants to make you do or the concerns that Una go on for get clear from the president. What are the things that way you get in mind when you feel say go on for your from the president?
The president as a district treasurer, SLPP. Becoming a district treasurer, SLPP. We get with executive. By God in power, we sit down with the president, we lay out matter them to what you want to do for me. From when it comes to power, what do you think? What is this meeting? Now the first time this for Bombale district.
So what do you want for say to the president? When the president sit down, when you don't address Una down, then you get the opportunity for all the mic for ask a question. Tell me one or two of the questions and the way you get mind for asking president.
One, let intervene for road business. The roads are very poor na Bombale. Would they beg for $9 foot as a district? Let make the road there for we.
What's the next? Any other one day?
The next, let remember we na Bombale. Let know.
Watch mommy. The good sit and wait for the president as the president is on the way for come and get conversation with Una now this particular district. Well, viewers, if you just come on board with their life now Makeni City, now the auditorium of Unimac, who side the president, they come and get engagements with the people of Bombale district and that of the northwest and northeastern region. We will talk to a very young person where go come for tell we in own feelings, how it feel about this kind of opportunity where they can get an conversation with the president. Welcome. What's your name, please?
Khadija Tujalo,
You know,
a student.
okay, now students. Which year are you? Which university that?
University of Makeni, Masters in Sustainable Development.
Khadija, now you dey come and get conversation with the president. Who say they can sit down, listen to the president, and as well get the opportunity for ask questions or raise concerns over issues where they happen in the country, especially in the governance of President Bio. If you fortunate for get a mic for ask the president a question or say anything to the president, what would have been the thing we get in mind?
Okay, thank you very, very much. All right, so basically, this year's theme focus on year of action. So me, I would like to ask the president, let's say, or let us assume, say, a return to Makeni a year time. Say 1 year a return to Makeni.
The changes in terms of improving education, especially at the tertiary and university level.
I will talk on the enrollment, the level of enrollment of students, both within communities and towns. I feel like the number of enrollments don't exceed. That's I can say now progress for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Khadija. Sit and wait for the president. As the president is on the way to come, Fambule Muna, they listen to the views of different people where they come and wait for sister. The president can sit down with them and get conversation with them. Here in Makeni, right now the Unimark auditorium, everything is set, waiting, everybody is seated. As we can see, you see say, well, that if a family will just don't catch up with the strategic communications person, when a national strategic communication person, now the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, now a voice where we all know, now a face where we all know, hence you don't follow conversation, especially for those governance and that of politics. Now no less a person than Joe Sise, where just join we, and Joe Sise, they work for the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Mr. Sise, this event here today, will be the third event where the ministry organized for us, the president, let the president discuss with the people, get one-on-one engagement, and the people then ask some questions. You as the national strategic spokesperson, now the ministry, why the ministry think of bringing calm, that kind of idea there, or for bring the president and the public, sit to the people and get discussion with the people?
Well, so in democracy, now the people, now they get the government, because they elect the government, and the government, the people are the government, they are servants. Now the people are the boss. So when you give work to posse, the posse get for they tell you how you do the work. So basically, the American say democracy is government of the people, by the people, for the people. So His Excellency now the chief servant of the people. It is serve the people. And in democracy, when they govern, you get to take the people along. And the only way they take them along, now for a short say, that they sit down, that they talk. You understand? So now that's what we believe in as Ministry of Information and Civic Education. We all, now for a short say, the people they know, waiting government they do. Yeah? And we got different ways they all they do. But like watching a season now, it begin first from with press conference weekly. When I know say they bring top government officials they come for give information to the public. We got civic days every month. Now one district where we go, we take government officials and go meet the people them, taking government to the people, then they tell the people what they do, the people themselves ask their questions, they express their concerns. But if we do all that there, the self will get the government. We decide to bring this self-cap. So they got the presidential town hall. Where after all them, we go all the government officials they come. The Paris self now, where they are the main servants of the people. Inside the council and talk with in people there. Now in people there, yeah, they can't talk. They got good questions where we don't put it. What they don't say now with social media post them. We don't put it together. The other Minister of Information and Civic Education, and the back of we can ask all the questions today. The back will respond. Also inside the hall, we will take some questions back. So that the people at the end of the day go feel satisfied, say the government and the government and the president where they for serve them.
So what's the major thing where you think say the president therefore come and say specifically to the people of Makeni and that of the northwest and northeastern region?
Well, it go based on the questions they go ask her. Understand? Because this also is not about just Makeni and the northeast or northwest region. Now Sierra Leone, the president they can talk to. Only that, if they talk to Sierra Leone from Makeni, understand? Although the Makeni people are the more days higher because now we host them. You understand me? We not know the third one is we don't get the person of future. We don't care, and we go theater. But waiting for interesting for no. Now that this particular one, now the pine says hello, come again. You understand? Because people that go where they think say hey, this because Makeni now opposition strong now make nobody no. The pine consider every Syrian as the people the way it is served, irrespective of whether they vote for or they not vote for. As long as they are Syrians, it is served them. So now they keep now opposition strong. But if the other people there, if they vote, that is the beauty of democracy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sise. Mr. Sise, now the strategic communications person, when I in the head the spokesperson area. We now they come and talk to the ministry and chief director. As we all know, the ministry they undertake this particular move to bring the president into the people. Last time we see the events here they happen beside the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. They take the president from his office, bring and come to the people. Why the ministry really embark on this? Which kind of confidence the ministry gets into the presidency for CC in come and face the people? Then we talk to Almamila Hai Kamara, when are the chief director of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
I will this are the third 10, this are the number 3 10 this the ministry do this kind of work. The first 10 are the field of the time. Who said then call the president and sit down at Miata Conference Center and talk, then dialogue. The second 10 are the Kenema. So the third 10 are the happen at Makeni. Somebody asks why not Makeni? The location no matter. What's it matter that the president they address the people of Sierra Leone. Now important. So we all now this country now they can talk with the president too. We concern in Maburka, we concern in Kailan, we concern in Kenema, we concern in Potloko. All the ministry don't package them and they can play for the president, make an answer. So the expectation are waiting we self they can ask. What do they can discuss with the president? Now me why again right now. I want you to do them burning issues them. Issues on transportation, issues on development, and more importantly, the president said they can't tell them for the last 1 year what he don't do. The work they don't do by infrastructure, by roads, the work they don't do by electricity, the work they don't do by health, the work they don't do by human capital development. Then the president they can explain. After the explanation, then we the citizens now get the opportunity for ask questions and hear it from and force. So now the empowerment where we don't give Sierra Leoneans and the fact that we get now access to the president. Before now few people get access to her. Now the country get access to the president for dialogue with him, for discuss with him on issues that where we feel say a meaningful to it we had. So now that's the essence of this program. Now that's because this program now for the common man. Now for provide access to the common man. Not for you, the elites, we always get access to the president. When they ask questions to their heads of them parastatals, them. No, this is not for that layman. Well, not get any way for me to interact with the president. Make it come for the first time for come me to interact with the president. I make you see the composition of where they are. So when I buy school begin, market 2 man, together, now who flop now so today.
Thank you very much, Chief Director of the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. The key pointers now one. For CC, the people come and ask the president whatever they have in mind for ask the president, and the president's ready and open for answer to the questions. We still continue the conversation as to the president moves for come now this particular side and talk to the people of this country, not only for people of Makeni, not only to the people of the northeast or northwestern region, but now for the people, for the rest of the country, because we get a code where you can just go and ask questions. When a question, they meet the president. You can get anywhere and can take part by this program where you get the right and access for enter and able for listen to the president and ask you questions to the president. Makeni just be the host. As the president, they closer, they come. Let me just talk to one of the presidents in main man there where can talk on issues them we get for in governance and in developmental thing. We're no less a person than Honorable Robin Fale. Welcome, sir. You go please guide we and tell we first waiting now you present role na the governance right now?
Yeah, me the director in charge of community relations and citizens engagement in the office of the chief minister.
You just imagine citizens engagements at the ministry, at the office of the president. So how you don't play this role so far, and why you think say the president pick you for let you get that kind of a role there for engage with the citizens?
Well, the role of the citizens engagement, the chief minister in office, now the hub, now the central hub for service delivery. Now the chief minister need for now to coordinate all government services and departments and agencies there. So president will look for somebody who is a grassroots politician, somebody who can communicate well with the people. That's how I got this job, and that's how president appoints me. So this job, this particular thing where it happens today, when I done the engagement at SABC many times, taking government activities to the people. And I'm happy that CBAS have already designed the Ministry of Communication, of Information, for make sure they take the government closer to the people and the people who's concerned back to government. And that this is what open governance is about. This is what democracy is about. It's about openness, it's about transparency, it's about communication. So I'm happy that they don't just run this is the third edition. They don't run at Freetown, they don't run at the Eastern region of Kenema, they don't can run at the Northeast today. And where the car today, for 3 days, I've been on there in Apoloko. They try to engage the other communities. For me, they all come. I come with councillors, I come with other opinion leaders. For me, they can't listen. Because information and power. So that we see that they hear when they go to the localities, apart from what they listen at television, they say go forget the empowerment and the information, the appropriate one for me to explain to the people. So this is very, very good. So I'm happy that this is a new way of governance now. If it don't do, or it not be happen. But now when it happen, now one thing this way I like about President Julius Marabio in new direction, taking the government to the people. And look at what's at the thing now, the year of action. That but good thing beyond the happen, acceleration, but now active actions now. Last week we made Kailan district for open the bridge where they connect that community there. You could for agriculture, you could for service delivery, you could for economy and everything. So this is very fantastic and I'm happy to be here and I'm happy that everybody will matter. The media, the civil society, the women, the students, the community, the elders, the chiefs, everybody there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Gobi Fale. So now, viewers, we don't listen to the voices of various people as we now set for the entrance of the president. The president really worked to us in time. He talked about his promise and he gave the people of Makeni and the people of this region. So when they can sit by 2 are they there with you now. And right here, the president already there around. Would they expect the entrance of the president in few minutes time as we there they wait for see how the president gets conversation and engagement with the people of this particular region and this particular side of the country. The Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernoba, already don't sit at the podium, who say they really don't set for receive the president and they wait for CC, the president come and take his seat and as well able to get the president in conversations and questions that we already we don't receive from the people. We here there right now na the Unimark Auditorium, right inside Makeni City, Bombale districts, and we're there for come and listen to the president and we wait till the president they come and say to this particular gathering. Anytime from now, we welcome the president inside the auditorium. They all jam packed with people, as you can see, people in flop here right now from different areas now across the country, not only Bombali, not only Koinadugu, not only from Falaba, not only from Potloko, not only from Tonkolili, where they just around this particular area, but across the country. Because the president in talk, the engagement where they can get with people in aya, na national issues, na on national development, na on things then where they don't do across the country since they come as power. So we will wait and we get the entrance of the president as we said now. That's not the voice of the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernoba, as it don't announce already say any minutes from now we dey expect the president for enter na the hall. The background they get so attention from people outside we want for enter the hall because they self want for come and sit down and listen to the president. But the place don't full already. Already the place don't full. Already the place don't full. We expect the president in entrance. Already the place don't full. We expect the president in entrance. Any moments from now, we'd expect the president to enter. We'd get tension. We still get tension. As people still try for calm inside and listening to the president. Any moments from now, we'd expect the president in entrance at the hall.
Please, hello, settle down now. We are about to welcome His Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask that we all rise
We now
for the arrival
they listen to the president.
of the Republic of Sierra Leone,
Some the president in entrance
Fountain of Honor,
at the auditorium.
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Brigadier retired Dr. Julius. All of us hands together, please.
His Excellency the President just don't enter at the auditorium.
Remain standing for your
That's now the national anthem as the president they get seated.
Thank you very much. For start, we invite Sheikh Alhaji Mualim
Kanam, Bombali District and Makeni Central Mosque Chief Imam for lead we in opening prayers in the Islamic tradition. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah الذي أماتنا وأحيانا إلى النشور والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا يوم القيامة هو مصطفى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وبعد نسأل تبارك وتعالى اللهم بارك هذا سيراليون، اللهم بارك سيراليون وباركنا يا رب العالمين كالسن كبير. So please, I ask my Lord silently, Lord ask my Allah, Lord make Al-Fatiha. Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. السلام عليكم.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Kanam. We will now call Most Reverend Dr. Bob John H. Kuruma, the Bishop of the Diocese of Makeni and the Chancellor of the University of Makeni, for leadway in Christian prayers.
And of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. God our Father, creator of all peoples and source of all wisdom, we acknowledge your presence in our midst as we are assembled here with grateful hearts to mark the third presidential town hall for our beloved nation, Sierra Leone. We thank you for the gift of life, for the peace you have sustained in our beloved nation, for the gift of one another, made in your own image and likeness, and for the grace of bringing us together as citizens and leaders in the spirit of open dialogue and mutual respect. Lord, we entrust this gathering into your compassionate and loving arms. Grant wisdom, humility, and a sense of purpose to all who will speak and all who will listen. May this town hall encounter be a true instrument of national cohesion, where the voices of the people are heard with diligence and care, and where our leaders are guided by a genuine desire to serve and to advance the collective well-being of all Sierra Leoneans. The theme for this town hall is a year of action, inclusive governance, and national dialogue. Father, give us the courage to move beyond words and mere rhetoric into pragmatic and concrete actions that uplift the lives of all Sierra Leoneans, particularly the poor and the marginalized. Help our leaders to govern with humility, transparency, accountability, respect for the rule of law, and reverence for human dignity, where the needs of ordinary citizens dictate the direction of governance. Guide today's civic proceedings and inspire every citizen to participate fully, consciously, and responsibly in the spirit of fraternal love. May all be inspired to make enlightened and meaningful contributions with a desire to build a more peaceful, stable, and prosperous nation. We pray in a very special way for His Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, here present. Lord, you have placed him in a position of great responsibility and of sacred trust. Grant him the wisdom of Solomon to discern what is right and just. Grant him the grace and the courage of Moses to lead your people through every challenge, and the heart of David to shepherd this nation with compassion, empathy, and integrity. Surround him with people who speak the truth with sincerity and love. Protect him from the temptations of pride and power. May every decision he makes reflect a genuine concern for the welfare of all citizens, especially the most vulnerable. Grant him the spirit of fortitude in moments of challenges, clarity in moments of uncertainty, and serenity of mind in moments of trial. For all government officials, public office holders, for every person present in this hall, may the Holy Spirit illumine our minds, soften our hearts, and direct our steps towards the common good. May this town hall encounter foster unity, tolerance for one another, and help us cultivate the art of managing diversity. Where there is distrust, may it restore confidence and renew our hope and vision to transform our beloved country for the better. Lord, I invoke your graces and blessings upon every one of us gathered here, and may the fruits of this civic engagement reach every community across our beloved nation. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Reverend Father, Bishop, we will now call on the traditional leaders for a brief traditional rites. We'll call on the paramount chiefs of Bombali district for come and do the traditional rites briefly. All put your hands together as they come forward, the chiefdom. We tell them thank you. Yes.
Civic Bonoy Tofar Bay Gom Charu Tof Stura Kalonta O Richa So Bepis Benoy Tofar Bay Stura Kalonta
Bayrang the 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 Bayrang Pa Sebora Baim Kareng Obaika Malal
Awa Civic Bonoy Tofar Bay Stura Kalonta Lonta 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 Karabay Lonta Naramaki, aki narami.
Now let's put your hands together. We want to tell the chief then thank you after. We want to thank the chiefs for that, and then we go. No, Lord, one after, sir. After. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Madabio, the Honorable Vice President, my uncle, Victor Bokaifo, thank you for being here. Ministers of governments, deputy ministers, my colleagues, heads of different government agencies, we respected traditional leaders there, Lordship, the Mayor of Makeni, the Chair of the Makeni District Council, we traditional civil society leaders there, the head of the military, the police, members of the diplomatic and consular corps with development partners, members of the media, and above all, the people of Makeni. I want to greet you all and tell you plenty thank you. We will join we for the 3rd edition of President's Bio in new culture. We don't create na salon. A culture where the presidents they come, is sit down and take questions from ordinary citizens and answer in a civil, in a dignified, in a cordial manner. First, I want to say thank you to you, sir, for agreeing to do this, and for tell thank you to the people of Makeni, the leadership of Makeni, for what they don't host we over the past few days in a wonderful way. I want to join me for clap for the people of Makeni. This town hall gets a very simple objective: for create an opportunity for His Excellency the President talk directly to citizens in a language where the citizens understand. Take them question, listen, but the citizens themselves get a duty for listening. We go through a lot of questions. We be ask the public for make them send questions for come for this town hall. Plenty people will be send questions. We been get over 120 questions as at yesterday when I checked. The question then cover plenty area. So la make the first confession. We not get for able answer and ask every single question where everybody been sent. But we don't take extraordinary care for make sure say if you send your question, you listen, you go hear your voice, you go hear the sentiment of your question, you go hear the topic of your question. His Excellency go do his best for cover the entirety of the different area them we get. People then send tough questions, easy questions, reflective questions. So we don't divide them for let the conversation go be substantive and useful to all man into 6 different short segments. We cover governance, democracy and national cohesion, economic transformation and development. We cover human capital development, security and national resilience, salon in leadership on the global stage, and finally, we will ask His Excellency some what I go call personal reflective questions on in legacy and things like that, which he go wants based on all the questions that we don't get. One final thing I will say: we also don't try for bring ordinary people that we know they are today, some then they are, them voice inside the room. So in between, we will bring them voice cam. We will pause our call on attention for watch the screen and listen to them as they ask them question directly. At the end of all of them section in there, we will try, depending on time, for take a few questions as well from the audience. So, na so the program go today. I want to join me one more time for give a thunderous welcome and appreciation to President Dr. Julius Maada. So, Your Excellency, we get started. The first section now on governance. We receive plenty questions about the strength of governance institutions. One person asked me about constitutional reform, the upcoming population, plenty issues them around how the institution, the way you don't set up, they respond to ordinary citizen then concern. But one thing where they at the heart of many questions around the new constitution. So let's start with my brother Sila. We get a question on the new constitution. I call on our attention to the screen.
Mina Ali Saja Sila, the public relations officer of White House at our base. Constitutional review, and the thing that will me personally be the handful. I believe 75% of Sierra Leoneans be the handful make them review that constitution. Still necessary constitution where we need for revisit certain institutions in this country. Therefore, be independent. Then a true democracy will make this country go business. So I want to know if this review, the president want to review this constitution. I want to know if whether it do if it fits as a Sierra Leonean for the betterment of this country or it want to extend in time.
Mr. Sila, but before I proceed, I want to say thank you, Mr. Minister, and I want to stand on the existing protocols where the Minister done comprehensively establish, but I want to specifically say thank you to my company paramount chief that we don't come up from every side of this country, they don't cannot see this. I'm sorry, we are not bringing me own lace way they hang na my neck. I can keep them, but next time I will wear them. Of course, I want to say thank you to Makeni, Bombali, for we don't host we. It don't take small way I can talk to them. Topenua. Mama no. Thank you. Waiting I be don't start where they continue for do where they show servant leadership. Now part of your responsibility, we una the vote for make we lead una, and in leading make sure say life better for una. I want to start by saying that we live in an extremely difficult and complex world today, quite different from waiting we be don't use for live. And the breadth of changes where they happen and the rate at which then change they happen is such that you need a governance system where agile and it move with the pace at which then changes they happen. Otherwise, with society go left behind and we not go able to do nothing for we serve. This will depend today. Now part of my responsibility, because we will not don't vote for me for being a leader, I need for tell una certain things then, explain certain things then, we can be concerned as time they go on. Of course, we fumble then, the journalists then go make their own effort for explain. Some man can misinform, some man can misexplain, and some man they take an own way. But coming from the house's mouth, when I know say we meet the tell una, I know they lie, I know they brush them, I the give una as how it is. The Constitution, any side, we say 2-3 people then gather, document for the way they regulate everybody. Now that they bring order in a society. Now such an important document in governance, we call it a sacred document. It just sounds like we will get the Bible, we will get the Quran. In the secular world, we in this country will get our own constitution. This constitution here, it don't say. And from time to time, everybody, starting from the Lomé Accord, we end the Civil War, we now be the document we will draw for take care of all the problems, the way document what happen to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, then your recommendation. Then tell we say we need for change with constitution. Then because they realize say, in as much as the constitution not to be solely responsible for the things that will lead to that war, we now one of the bitterest things that we don't happen now with history now this country, it also play a role. And for that role where the lack of change play for made a civil war day, we for change them. Me, I not change them because I want for extend me stay. I be don't tell you about me stay. Me don't come here before I don't come home, I don't come back. So I'm very transparent as to what thing they do in this country. What we be don't say is that from time to time, this constitution, for make it be relevant, we need for the change them from time to time. Pakaba statam, enough finish. With the Peter Tucker review, President Nkrumah also play in part and move them from one state to another through
Justice Kawan.
Justice Kawan. So we don't depend this. They go nearly 30 years as a people, and no one for me will look as people that we don't know what they for do. 30 years for change one document that they speak say we not certain as to where will they go. And that process they me don't say, I don't time me or just say we the end on this time here.
We must do them.
We must do them. One thing about uncertainty or where you don't know where they go. Now a strategic decision where you not get or you not make for change. Me, I go make mistake and I accept. And we always in a government. But where in action make you not do what you for do is more dangerous than where you take the wrong action. Luckily for me, the Peter Tucker Review Commission do quite a lot. And so Justice Kawan too. We don't put all of that together. Now we don't send in a parliament and they're ready for change, do the necessary, because not to one person they change them. The process is transparent and a parliament na ingeful. Go through everything until we waiting and waiting where we don't propose to them if they accept them. So Mr. Sila, I don't know if you did at this hall, I just want to assure you, and the many citizens say, this is a process we don't start nearly 30 years ago, and we need for Brian Kanto an end. And not to me, one, they do them, not to this government no more. Many people then involved in this, and every stage get for be transparent, and we not get for know waiting to happen. So I just want to give an assurance, say, not to manipulation, not to an independent or me, one, we sit on here today, one for change this constitution. In fact, all major reviews on Sierra Leone, besides the Lomé and the Truth and Reconciliation Commission recommendations, don't actually recommend say for review of constitution. Now we know more trangayes or slow. One of the things that we will not don't do for change this constitution.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. In summary, this game be non-start, His Excellency committed for finish the game, for move the country go before. Your Excellency, another issue on the governance section are the census. The last time we do census, plenty people spread misinformation, decide not to take part. A lot of the questions they will get, people then talk about how census is important. They don't realize the importance of the census. In fact, the sentiments don't change from being against the census to wondering whether the census will actually take place. Now listen to Umu. We get a direct question on census.
Good afternoon, everyone. Me and name na Umu Jesho, a student. Good afternoon, everyone. Me and name na Umu Jesho, a student. I'm glad for this opportunity. I will ask the president's question because they will postpone the census from last year December to this December year. So I want to ask the president if the census go right this year and if it will be transparent and affordable.
Well, maybe you will talk generally on the census and why it's important and provide the assurance. Sir.
Thank you very much, Umu. I want for make we know say the census they right this year. We postpone on. We've been postponing because most of the arrangement the way for happen and for make them really a very good census not be don't happen that time the last year. Now all the processes preceding a credible census, most of them don't take place. And I want for assure una say it happen, it will be inclusive, and with the appeal to una all for make una know say census na an important civic responsibility because we want for know almost people than in this country. We want for know almost us than in this country. Now make them they call them population and housing census. That way they use the information the way they inside under for different purposes. Planning, where would they talk about schools, where would they talk about roads, where would they talk about health, and many other things then. If we not do a credible and transparent one, we include everybody, we not go get the governance calculations the way they do, we include everybody in governance and the services we government they provide. So I want for appeal to everybody. Then politicians will be they say no census no good, they made it not continue. Then when the time come for election, they say no, this number is small now. But when they be say made them go continue, he say made them not come out. But when the time come, you want me una plenty. When they go according to their number, then we will shape plenty thing there. The services, the schools, the roads. We want for know almost women in this country. We want for know almost speaking then they. We want for know the youth man then way they. If not then plenty pass we old. We not expired youth them. So this exercise now a very important exercise and no one may anybody left out. When the time come now for me, everybody come on, may you be counted. That way they will go able to get with figures then. For planning, for everything. So this in fact is an opportunity for make an appeal to the general public and everybody inside this country, but also for appeal to them bad politicians. We always they try for politicize every process in this country for make they not tell them people they for me they not come on and do for me they count.
Another question for that. The summary now that let them continue census they happen December this year, and census is not about politics. It includes politics, but it includes so much beyond politics. Thank you. Yes, sir.
On the transparency side, at different levels, we get committees them we involved in the census process. So not to the statistics really no more, we mandated for do that, they do this. For be transparent at different levels, we get different committees then. They help for make sure say, no say yuki no day. We the one for know the total number in this country so that we go able plan better for this country. And apart from the committees then, we also get international partners then. We're involved in this process. So not to statistics really no more involved in them. Then get partners then, and we all invited for be part of that. And we now your own part of the invitation. Now for make sure say, where then the counts come out to be counted. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I want to move to an issue where maybe particularly apt, that is Hall. But before I frame them, I want to let them play Per Alfred in question. I want the question where I've been finding particularly powerful. When I play Per Alfred in question, please.
Per Alfred Mansare, being a carpenter. I ask the president also how really if we bring the country together, these two region together, the northwest and the southeast. The question is, waiting at the idea where you go put together for bringing the two regions together.
For make this country come together, for promote national unity. I know say this is a topic where dear to your heart. So maybe now an opportunity, Your Excellency, like Papa Alfred say, for talk about, for bridge that divide, the so-called divide between the northwest and the southeast of the country. And waiting more, you don't do by your personal example for bridge that gap this up.
Thank you very much. We dey inside this country we call Salone, and anybody who is inside this geographical space for no say now a group, different groups that make up this country. We get the Yalonka, we get the Fula, we get Temini, we get Limba, we get Shabro, we get Mende, and all the other groups then. So many Madingo, you go count them all. Where any country, then they divide them for administrative purpose. They say north, south, east, and west. The boundaries then where we not for Holland now we hate, like saying a fence. We not for jump. This now for just where we they administer. We know say this part we call north. Now this number of people they so that we go know how we they administer that part of the country. Northwest, northeast, north, south, west, all. We all are Salone people then. Government don't they make your own effort. Especially under my own leadership, I go talk for myself. I make sure say the government where I get people then where come up from all sides. Me not look for southeast or southwest. I they make sure say people then we're capable. Where Miss Sabi say go able can do fine work inside government. I take them from all sides. But if I get to be very come close inside me your house, I want for tell you and say for a very long time the person will be the cook for me. Not Temini gear. Temini. Where we even the first convention where I ever do where are the vie for the leadership of the SLPP. Now be Makeni na in and entrust with me food and Naim they do that for over 6 years until he ready for get married before he left me house. Another example, me own security the way I've been getting the 2-3 people that have been there with me before I become president. The all are northerners there. So me food, now a northerner be the prepare the one day where they secure me physically, now be northerners there. This at the talk because even inside the one day where they close to me today, my best friends them. My chief of staff in the State House. Now Cambia he come out. Not to Southeast he come out. Me other friends there, or the one day where they work very close to me, then come on at different parts of this country. This the person where they talk for myself. Alhaji Alpha Khan.
The one and only.
So at a personal level, me don't show when I say, not to in language, not to in culture, not to wisa ikomot. Now for make we strike an accord. This person here, we can be friends. We na Sierra Leoneans there. He able to serve. That make a pull on a APCO. And I not only go for himself, I also go for my brother, the former vice president. Me are good people that they look for. If you watch, you go see them. It has always been part of that. Maybe now because I attend one of the best schools in this country. Usai tribe in Okont. I attend so many people them. With so many people from Bombardier, from every part of this country. Inside my cabinet no more. The one that will come out Binti, look them back. So that Northwest, Temene, Limba, or this or that, for a very long, for all the time we had the contest for the leadership of this country, guess who saw the pull me vice president there? I put loco. And they're not going to vote for me. They never vote for me better. I they give them vice president. May her soul rest in peace. Dr. Kadisi say, I say this now when a sister. APC, they're not giving her. They're not even considering her on the running mate. Me, if I win, now we're not going to be the vice president. They're not vote for her. I still believe, say, not to vote for make me effort for stitch this country together. I've been telling the woman, she became almost a mother. Where he can't sabi me, where myself can't sabi her. And until the time where he's sick, me, one day get blabber. That's the time we say, we were serious for make this country here so we can able work together. Not to ethnicity, not to region. The second time back where I come, where are we? I put again. Now, Lokoma Sama then get lock. Now there I go back. The same chief though. Who said they don't disappoint me. I go there back. I say, Paupa, this is my radio, it must be. Now they I get me running mate. Again, they say, I like you choose your running mate there, we will not vote for you. Abia. We win. Say again, this running mate here, not the changer. This is my vice president. So, me, I don't demonstrate to una. And if we are good people then at this country, I they challenge you now all for making a break the boundaries of ethnicity and border business, northwest, northeast. That is from my house to the political level. From inside my house to the highest level, I don't demonstrate that. In our left foot now. For Mekuna self should say, temini man not to mend my enemy. In fact, if we get for say anything, now we the politician, then now we they actually magnify that difference. We will not get message. When me young politician, I get clear message. Pauper saloon for better. So, I throw the challenge down now. Make we join. The world is full of problems. We camp religion. When the Muslims there will they enter a mosque, we go to church. I remember where the mudslide happened. We go to church. Now the father na him hold the Quran. Where the imam they read. Where the imam can read. Where the father can read. Now the imam hold the Quran. We they married. We they stay together. We they do everything together. Religiously. We now one of the best countries then we camp by religious tolerance. And in fact, that's responsible for why we now one of the most peaceful countries then in Africa. Not by chance. Now the things that what they do. So why we not for bridge the gap, we camp by ethnicity, we camp by region. We're not as strong. Now because some we the bad politician there, they say vote for me because we come on one side, or me and you they talk the same language. You know, they say vote for me, I will come send you Peking at school, I will bring good health to the community, I will make road them, I will make this country peaceful, I will bring more democracy, I will bring good governance. That message or that terminology there is not there with them. So the best way for convince you now for talk say, but me and you will talk the same language. Now the same party will come out, vote for me. There is a universal language for everybody in the world. Now development. Nobody know the way no one go before. Everybody want go before. If you tell and say, you Peking, I go pay for them for me go school. I go make them build clinic na ya so that that woman will be the die, will be the get that death sentence, will he get belly. He not go die again. That person there, he go believe you. He go vote for you. You no need for tell and say, vote for me because we talk the same language. And so this appeal now to we the politician, and we the one are the big one there. And for the young people, may your daddy not tell you say this tribe not good or that region not good. When I say no to them, if you get friend when are from the other side, maintain that friendship and try for know the other part of the country and the other people that when not they talk the same language and get the same culture with you. We are not far away. Now because of the badats we Park Kababin talk about, now I make this country don't they so. We are good people then. We are good people then. I go tell a plenty story why I say we are good people then. So make we maintain the unity. Make we know say because they talk different language, not me saying I'm an enemy or he hates me. Not to choose who say they born. Now who say he born, would have born them, now they make it talk that language. He or she might be the best friend you could ever get. So at the begona, to the schools then, to the teachers then, to the politicians, the members of parliament, now we get for break then in the year so we don't even go ahead and put the independent commission for national cohesion. Then I for pay attention to them fundamental grievances where they make people then not the one day together. And since in fact this government in the past 8 years, almost all the major recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and many other recommendations there, now we don't put them into effect past any government we don't come ever in this country. Then because we're serious about making sure that those days of the war where some of the young people then where they inside not see, we will see them, we will fight them, we will feel the war. We not ever want to go back to that war. Never again. Thank you.
Well, on a lot of put your hands together. I think people will ask sometimes why a forum like this is important, but for listening to the president talk so directly and so clearly on such a fundamental issue. Thank you, Your Excellency, for the example of your leadership. I get the privilege for sitting with plenty of my colleagues there within our cabinet. I can turn on me right. The minister with the now fluent Timini speaker, sometimes they joke in Timini. The one on my left, now fluent Madingo speaker. The one across from me, they talk fuller. The other one over. So inside your cabinet, you get the diversity of Sierra Leone. And you show we by your example say, and so Salon supposed for the big pass we all. Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, I want to transition to part 2 of a conversation. We don't lay the foundation on democracy and governance issue. We want to talk about the economy. Plenty people acknowledge progress on the big numbers. Plenty people ask a simple fundamental question. How this progress the benefits me? One example, Fatmata. We'll listen to Fatmata.
My name is Fatmata Nkoma. I'm a businesswoman. I like for ask question concerning me the businesswoman. Business run Bokuna salon and the price they still they ace up for we the price is them. One know why this they go on. Now we on country.
Theme where we get on a lot of people the way they acknowledge progress, whether not inflation don't come down, whether the macroeconomic numbers, but one particular area where dramatic on this issue na electricity. People agree say since you come, electricity don't move from about 18%, the most generous numbers, so closer to 40%. You don't do plenty for increase the distribution, generation, everything. We hear plenty. I see Chairman KKY there, Minister of Energy there, plenty. You don't talk a lot. In fact, at some point, you even serve as the Minister of Energy. Yet, one question people ask, now, what to make electricity still unreliable? Lights they go, lights they come. And what specifically government they do for improve both generation and distribution across all parts of the country. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Certain issues then we will get in a society, they not get shortcut for solve them. Even if you get the best people, even if they bring the money today, are not going to change that situation. And one of them, now electricity supply in this country. Government gets in your part, the ministry, we're responsible get in your part, and we self, we're not the ordinary people, we're not the consumers. In fact, we can't pardon the winner not to ordinary people. Because we self are part of the problem. We will not just say ETSA, the government. Why electricity price they go up? First, I want to start by saying that under investment inside the generation, transmission, distribution, for a very long time, that's not been the order of the day. I remember time being there within the call Freetown, the dark city of Africa, or the darkest city, because nothing not been there at all. For make you change that one day, now we don't take one step. Now that make light they come, it can go. Now we talk about generation. We don't generate, but we not reach that level yet. We say all man they get. And even the one who can generate, like we're in the season don't cancel, we're Bumbuna, the Arturam, where the power plenty, because what we call the transmission and the distribution line there, They have not been modernized. No, the cable the way with the sea and the systems then. Not to the right one them. With, you know, the system light they go off. We see them pump lights plenty, it they cut off. And for make that worse, why I say we say when now the consumer them, we not part of the problem. Everybody they say ETSA, electricity, Ministry of Energy. In not happy under. Me don't see where Salomon. Then they put transformer. If they go, if they thief the transformer or it thief the cable there inside the transformer. Me don't see where out of wickedness, then they vandalize, just break a number and scatter and make it not work. Me don't see who side people they enjoy light, but they know they enjoy for pay at all. If ladies and gentlemen, may I be frank, now this salon here we want. Each of them transformer they cost very expensive. I don't see people that they thief cable all. Now this kind of salon here we want for the other country then. We need for change with bad habits then. Then they now useless thief that one day. I'm not glad if anybody die in a salon. But that thief man we been go thief that last transformer where now the electricity kill them. That one they swear where I don't begin so and I don't begin happen so. You know tell it all. He go for go thief, he die there. Because now wicked thief that one day. You can pull copper or whatever you choose. And you get the one them back in this society where they buy them copper then. For goodness sake, nothing of the way free in this world. Every liter, whether you call it heavy fuel oil or diesel where them put, we they pay for them. If you not pay, where you don't use them, it they come to government. And if government not pay, lights no they come. And where government they pay subsidy, we they pull them per education, we pull them per health, we pull them per road. Then when I go grumble say the road not make, this not make, because we want make when I get electricity, we get for make sure say we go pull other side in the subsidy. That one day, if the Minister of Finance then if it's showing almost we owe
the deficit there.
If they're showing almost we owe it's huge. Because the penny when they avoid for pay, they bypass when they bypass the meter then. The way when they way may I not make a blank accusation of stealing. But Makeni, when I say when I get for help we. When I the host we they see light. This is Unimark, they give you this light, no so. Thank you, Unimark. I think Unimark now a very good entity, corporate entity where they pay. The authorities the way they are, the chiefs them, the city council, all the leadership na Makeni are the big one. 6 to 70% of the energy we supply now, we need to get no money for them. Between 60 and 70%, we know they get no money for them. Between 60 to 70%. If we are not pay, we don't go pay. Because we want make lights continue, we get for pay. We say they pull that money, that hospital for them bill, that road, that school, that them picking the work for them pay for. And the last time, today, another just clarify at the Blue Mine too. We've been get 2 generators, standby generator then, because we're not on the Bumbuna line. So we have been get 2 standby generator then. We be need one for make sure the international airport na Lungi we not been get nothing at all. Make they not shut down the airport. We engage with the community. We agree, we tell them, say they can't take one. So when I go left with one and when I still get Bumbuna. We will come for that one day. Again, people then they were inside. Then young man them. They could scarcely be happen. Some people then lost their life. Unnecessarily. Unnecessarily. That also way they make this country. Land to share. If you get 2 generators, we say give one to Cholunge so that the plane then go land, they then go take off. You get one more and you there on Bumbuna line, you say nothing, you create a situation where lead to loss of life. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell me that is not fair. That is not how we are going to build this beautiful nation. The land we claim we love. So, when they talk about electricity, Mr. Sef Abidon be minister for electricity. Wait here, I see and then I left the Safu. Mr. Young, can I help me say? Maybe they almost, Dr. Young, they almost go crazy every day. Because the problem then layered and complex. So people that can just say ESA, the Ministry of Energy. No. Now we always in here. Pay you be. Protect the transformer within your community. Minister of Energy, I see you just. Okay, yes. I assure you say after this, Makeni then go pay the. We the mover. We reduce the losses to about 50%. The next time we can go reduce them to.
The mayor and the chairman there then go help we for let on the apple. Not so. You see, we not clap for the mayor and the chairman.
I beg you, mayor. When I say self no, that's not the way they do. We not need money. So for me, we self get. We get for make sure say all man puts in the kitty. So thank you very much. The energy cost, energy in today's world. Now one of the most important determinants of growth, economic development. The more energy you get, the more development. If we increase the rate at which you get and make it available, not for we no more free to Makeni, but say falaba all side, may all man get light. It will lead to an exponential increase in the growth, economic growth. They don't prove that. How we go do them if we know they pay for them? So I really just want for make when I know say electricity, not to for just give you light like Odinaya or the air con them. Then small businesses like Umu say they need that power day. For do plenty in there where they create livelihood for them. The doctor they need them na the theater. The picking they need them for study. We all need them. Today, everybody they talk about AI. AI, the born energy are not seeing kind. Because it depends on data, and for keep a data center, and we will forget many and where necessary. Because AI. That one, down the back, maybe the technology minister will get for fair way for explain to now. Now the next side, we say where they go. We can't avoid it. So we for waiting with the get now when our energy, we even start AI. So we did try for increase them 3 weeks ago. I began a new thing. I don't commission solar. Then for generate about 30 megawatts. We also get for officially commission the one alunge when at 10 megawatts, when a solar, we they put one na Kamakuye, when a 40 megawatts, And we get many other. In fact, Bumbu Nawedinaya, thank you, Dr. Yomkela. Before he left, he make serious arrangement there. But then arrangement and they can take, but he don't advance. And the minister go, if you don't talk to him, he go tell him, say, we don't go far. We want for increase Bumbuna by another 50 megawatts. At the moment, they give you 50 megawatts. We want for do now for make sure say another 50 megawatts. So if they talk about 48, 45, we go for go close to 100. Yeah. That way they light the generation. In the next few years, generation they increase. We get a NANT program project na Freetown. It don't advance by early next year. Then they go bring 108 megawatts. Plenty other one than the DARES, where the World Bank, they help with. So with all of them things they are, SCATEC and all them projects there, the generation get for day. But then, when you generate, you get for transmit. So we need investment in the transmission and distribution. Now that make, because of we good governance we don't exhibit, the American, they don't give we what they call the MCC Compact, when at $480 million, and most of that we use them for transmission and distribution. So now patience.
That deserve a round of applause, no? Particularly MCC. Thank you, sir.
Now patience we need. We don't take action and we work on something. And besides that, we get another compact. When I mission 300, where again I would say a big thank you, because the time we've been Minister of Energy, with the help of Dr. Yonkala, we pass all over the world. And we take part in so many sessions around the world for me we get that one day. Down the back, another big compact. We get for we increase access to energy to 78% inside this country here. Access to energy, that means say plenty ton, even the one that we will not think about now, the all, that is 78, then a few people go left. So all that thing there, so now big arrangement there, we know they happen in one day. And it take me time for explain this, because I need for make una understand the effort we don't make and we will continue for make, and for make una know say yes, there is help on the way, and that we need for also play una part, play your part, citizens engagement and responsibility, civic responsibility. If I go put on you pull them, it no go there. It no go there at all. If I go put a Tifam, it no go there. So please, salon go better. But we need for make them better by we attitude and how we they respond to the many things where they happen when our development. Thank you.
As His Excellency they talk, you go know say that the former Minister of Energy they talk. He know the issues in the energy sector in intimate details. He could tell you all. He don't spend a lot of time thinking about this question. Your Excellency, we make progress on the time. I want for transition to feed salon. I think up to at least 25% of the question they will get are around feed salon. People they don't talk about, they acknowledge the progress we don't make, food self-sufficiency, rice importation, even overall importation. But again, that big question we somebody asked earlier, how it translates to their own lives as farmers, as local farmers. One farmer, for example, Pali, Napotlokobe asked we, whose additional supports government they give for small holder farmers? Another somebody in a Kailan asked we, he want to know how government will permanently reduce with dependence on imported rice. In less than 3 years, as I say, we don't see a lot of progress already on this signature initiative, Feed Salon. So the question we maybe I would like for you respond to in general, how much support, which additional support government they provide, particularly to farmers them, and how you plan for sustaining gains then they. And no say this is another issue we're passionate about. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm passionate about food because we all they eat every day and we need them. And for make we day, we celebrate 65 years of independence, but we still not food self-sufficient, not to the best story that one day. We need for make sure say we grow we own food and eat we own food, because plabak in the other side the way they affect we. But how we go? Not to government get for go make them farm them. Farmers then they inside. We own business now government now for make sure say we create that enabling environment. But I want for say agriculture na science. Na science. And if you want for doing successfully, you for understand the science. And not to book, they make you understand that science. With people then where they in the bush, they understand that science. But we want for modernized agriculture too, because that first time population will be the 3 million, 4 million. Where the farmer then with the axe and holes then they can able feed we. Now we talk about 8 million, maybe by the time they done this one, we're going to talk about 9 million or more. We need for produce more. But not to just for feed ourselves, we also want for use agricultural products then, for able to get plenty money in this country, and for create jobs then, and for help well body business, because nutrition very, very important in the well-being of anybody. So because of all them plenty good reason then, why we for embark on agriculture and this food self-sufficient, maybe don't make a flagship. But to your question, how we go able help the many people, and I want for at this juncture say thank you. A lot of Sierra Leoneans they don't engage in agriculture now. And they see that. Until I be say with the blow mind, this one not to blow mind. I want for say thank you. And you know what? The woman then more responsive than the man then. But agriculture, if you want to take it to the next level, you get for measure say you get more capital. In addition to it being a science, because where the plants on side, you for check the soil. The soil, the one they winner Master Sabi people then they talk about soil health, just like a we. So soil then they are depleted. The things then way then get the yum the way then get we go make plants grow. In other inside it because of the way we don't use them, because of erosion and many other factors. So if you want for plant something, make it grow well and produce enough, we go benefit you. You get for check that soil in health. How you go do them? Slurry day now recruit. The Ministry of Agriculture then get the Master Sabi people there. If you call them, then go can take sample and tell you say this is soy so na so ide. You not go support the growth of this particular plant where you want for do they. Then get the lab and we don't support them, they don't improve on that. But the seed, the same way they plant. Now another we call the input. Part of the input then. That seed where they plant, you for make sure say it not get disease. In addition to that, you for make sure say it's viable. And today we talk about improved seeds then. Then the one them where they don't manipulate scientifically for make them produce the same tick, but it produce more. So you know they just go say, oh now this okra seed that I may be meet me granny they with itself, you know, where you dry and we put on, we plant on. No. The same rice where you plant, you go keep on, now you burn, you pull them back, you put them in yield decrease. We don't set up an institution, My 91, where they check you seeds them. and tell you say then disease-free and then viable. So that's now one of the things that where I want for announce to everybody. Before you just go take seed and go put on a ground, carry and go, or call your extension worker, they will go check them for you, and they will tell you, say, this is not good seed. And where you plant them, you say go see the benefit. Fertilizer. The salon, I think 70 to 80% of we soil is acidic, based on the surveys that way they don't do. And the Ministry of Agriculture get that data. If you go to them and tell them, say, I want to do palm plantation within these coordinates, then go able to tell you, say, this is not your problem. Now that particular soil in that area is acidic, or it is, or it not get this. And different plants, they need different things then for grow and prosper. If you can that information go to agriculture, then go tell you how they reduce the acidity of that particular ground which you want for plant, if now acidity not the problem, or what you need, we go support the growth of your plant. If you not do that, unless you put $200 million there, you they get low yield, we go make you gains with agriculture. It not they help you. So now that make us say it's scientific. It's scientific. And me waiting with the battle we are done battle now already for say when I don't take the agriculture make business make serious, especially the woman them. I don't want anybody get frustrated because in yield they're not a match and in the losses and in order to make money and abandon agriculture. We don't take and so we for make sure say we do it in such a way that it will bring benefits to the homes, to the individuals, and to this country. So if when they ask waiting and waiting we need for do, now plenty thing then. The inputs then, government for help for make them available. Mechanization. We not go feed 8 million people with hoes, no. And machetes, no. Tractor then get for day. We get for increase the number of tractors available to everybody, even if not higher than the higher, and help them for make the hiring fee not be too high. Easier said than done, because that poor farmer within a village, where they can't tell and say he need 3 million or 5 million for one day for make tractor go in place. Maybe you not get that one day. So all of them in there until we, the government, go able help, and that make we want for make we not waste money per other areas then, because food is so essential, so that we self go subsidize the farmers then all over the world. Then they subsidize farmers then. If we not subsidize them, they're not able to survive. Agriculture at the beginning and taking it to commercial scale is expensive. That is a given. How we go able to make them easy for ordinary farmers then, now for make the science available to them, make the inputs available to them at affordable prices, and also help them with infrastructure. So when you see the Ministry of Agriculture and we the build bridges then, and I get for dry season, I get for commission we next bridge now Tompare. We don't commission the other one day. Then bridge not just for pass no more. The farmers they need access to market. They need that infrastructure for access markets them. So the only way we will be able to make agriculture become lucrative now for do the access routes there and make the routes available. We don't start that with the build plenty bridges. We don't do 4 major ones then, and we can't do another 4 major ones then, and we don't do over 24 bridges already. Plenty of people there, when they talk about President Biona, school and education no more. But I've been telling us, say, we're not human capital government. And we're not human capital, you know they just feed the brain, you get for feed the tummy and take care of the well body. That is the human capital. If you take care, you feed the brain, you feed the tummy and take care of the well-being, that person is good to go anywhere and thrive, not only survive. That is my mission. And I want to make sure, say, all Salone people there get enough food for it. And how we picking them, we will not the land book again. We make sure, say, we full up the aid with fit for purpose education, knowledge and skills. Education we go make them go anywhere and live and thrive. And also the way body for make them be meaningful in any community where they find themselves. Now that I mean by human capital development, and that make we not just tap per education, we take on health, we take on roads, we take on everything. We go make Motaman better.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As I listen to you, I think say you cover so many of the areas that we plan for cover. As you go on agriculture, you go on roads, you go on all of the areas there already, which is great because it shows the interconnectedness of these issues. I just don't want to let you forget, you don't say thank you to the women, but the private sector, when it comes to agriculture, they don't really step up. We move from investing, from getting onion scarcity, for example, to now with the produce ads. Maybe you want briefly for just comment on the private sector.
Thank you very much for reminding me. And I know I made them feel say we not consider them, especially the private sector. We get a thriving or emerging private sector in agriculture. 3 years ago, I remember Salone where Yabas done naya. Oh man, the grumble. Yabas no day. Before you go plant it a grumble. Government for make sure say Yabas price come down. You can plant Yabas being your host and you go serve you for the whole year. But because when they grumble, and me no want for your reader grumble day, we don't encourage private sector. Today we produce a lot of onion, and in the next 2 years we will be self-sufficient in onion production. When I go see say the price of onion don't come down. And where we they talk about prices of things going on. Now only during this administration, rest price don't ever come down since independence. May anybody challenge me on that? Now the only time that where government hard for the people then, where price the plat adjust, we they reduce the price of fear. Now the only time this where we they produce we own oil and we not the only sell them other side, we they also make sure say so prices for food inflation don't come down seriously from about 19 to 2 point something percent. Yes, we look at rest will be expensive
from 19.4 to 2.56.
2.5. That is the data. So where my sister they talk about prices they go up. I don't know which other prices there. And you know what? Now for clap for Makeni. I want me clap there. I go tell you now. When I clap better.
Makeni, oye.
Makeni they don't produce more egg in this country. Makeni get the cheapest egg in this whole country.
Allah put your hands together for the people, the farmers of Makeni.
Interestingly, me own small poultry I set up. Now somebody from Makeni now go help me for set up. So I'm not surprised when they say the egg price. So again, all the ministers say we don't come. We always come off return if we want to get cheap egg. Now for buy egg from Makeni, where they go back. It's not marketing now. Now market that they provide for we farmers then Makeni. They don't do well. Now so we they take this then challenge there one after the other. How we go then with the import egg from Brazil? By the time they reach now, they don't rot. Now bad egg we they eat. Now laziness of the mind, of the body. So Makeni don't take the lead. They're not the only produce. The egg cheap now pass any side. Mr. say I don't try for produce they but I'm not able to match Makeni. Makeni oye.
What? Oye.
Mama no. When I don't do well. That's how it is. So the private sector, because in fact waiting now we general strategy not to for make government go and produce rice and this and that. We they provide incentive for ordinary people in the private sector, the market. Now that make we did undertake a lot of infrastructure programs there so that then go able access the market, then go get the movement of goods and everything, services, very easy. Now that na government in your part. And then what we don't de-risk waiting them businessman they can call. You don't reduce the cost of setting up and starting anything. The private sector then go come in. And then they produce not only onion, even rice. I know of a few groups then where they work very hard. Na Tonkolili and na Tomabom and even Bundapi area with the encouraging the private sector. We can sit down and see waiting more we go able to do for encouraging for produce more. Now we not get for produce and na business, food na business, not to just for feed people them. No, government go buy them, individuals then go buy them if we make the price come down.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Another put hands together for the power. We get so much more for cover. I keep an eye on me time. I feel a little bit of pressure already. I see the team, they look at me say, you know, we're going to go forward. But this is a very important conversation, and you land on the major issues. You just mentioned roads and infrastructure. In 7 years, you don't build more roads than the total number of roads that were constructed in the 11 years before you came power, 473 kilometers. You don't construct, as you say, 24 bridges. Well, on this question of roads, all my way the same question, oftentimes it's local. They want to let their own road and let their own bridge. And since we did Makeni, we want to play Vice Principal Mohamed Kagbo. He been get a very specific question for you. We combine road infrastructure and road safety. Please, Vice Principal Kagbo.
Me na Mr. Mohammed S. Kabo, Vice Principal of Al-Hadi Islamic Senior Secondary School. This kind of opportunity before this time will not be the getting chances then there. So the Minister of Information, he don't do a lot for able to bring the government closer to way. But I have this problem with me where I need for us, Mr. President. Mr. President, sir, do you this road? Would they see a lot of accidents there and they take place on this road? This road from Freetown to Makeni, because of what? The road is narrow or whatever. Series of accidents that can take place. So, as the first gentleman in this country, Sierra Leone, oh no, what he gets in store or what he don't put in place for able actually salvage the problem of this series of accidents which can take place na this road.
Your Excellency, if I've been doing a chat of questions that will come on Abombali, majority in some ways touch on this road, whether you go widen them, how you go support them. So maybe what are the plans, what are your response to them on this particular highway from Mashaka to here?
Thank you very much. I think I share Mr. Kabo in concern because Mr. said they use this road and we already know how they use them. Makeni don't become a major center for education. Of course, it's a regional headquarter, but many things they happen here now, and for that reason, we need to make sure say the infrastructure where they serve this municipality, we improve on them. I will talk about the roadway they can on Makeni, but as a human capitalist, I want for first talk about one road, and I hope say the DG for SLRSA Denaya, the Makama Road. But the Minister of Works Denaya, so he is under instruction for do everything for make sure that road they fix. the Makama Road. Then I go come now to, this is a discussion where I don't begin get from last year, because we all they use this road. And at night, you get some good and bad drivers there. The road is narrow, it's dangerous. I passed now, day before yesterday, very early in the morning, it was very foggy, and we get them big truck then we broke down a road. Dangerously placed, and any driver we forget small, you can get fatal accident here and there. I want for Mekuna, where they talk about the private sector, most things there now, which will be the call first overseas development assistance, you know they again know. No country know they take money send to other country because they all get their own problem. Some they fight war, some they get problem there. We're big like we own here. So all man they pay attention to himself. So now that make the relationship between we and the private sector, we for strengthen them, we for de-risk for them, and we for give them all the support where they need and the assurance, and the financial system for be tailored in such a way that, structured in such a way that then go able to provide finance at affordable cost for make them venture into that kind of business here. In my opinion, from my shaka, take Anna Makeni, we forget a dual carriage road. That's an aspiration. How we go realize that? Now the private sector, we get for give strength, we get for encourage, and talk say, may they make this road and tow them. We go ready for pay the toll, not so. Me I go prefer for get toll road where I completely not get all the risks and way involved in the current road now, especially coming to here, and maybe up to even Magboroka. A dual carriage we go able cater for the traffic, because the activities then don't increase now. When I get minds the way they operate in this direction, and because of that, Makeni don't become an educational center. We get Unimac, we get EBK na Magboroka, and as a result of that, we get a lot of we young folks then we did na we get for the go on the lecturers, the many activities where they happen. This is a municipality where for be accessed by a very good highway. Having said that, we go engage more usefully with the private sector then, like how we do between Maishaka and Wellington, so that we go get a dual carriage road. We're not for broaden just one no more, but for really making you where they go, you where they come Makeni, you did a completely different side. You where they come on Makeni, you go a different side. So that way they will go reduce accident and will go increase the flow. That is what we need to do, and I hope say the private sector in this country or any side of the world go able come, and we get for encourage them, we get for call them, for throw this challenge to them, and we do also ask the financial institutions for make them provide them a window for the private sector where they will get affordable access to the finance for able to do this.
Thank you very much. I'll put your hands together for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the already over an hour and a half. So we've been planned for take a break at the 1 hour mark. We're going to go halfway. But I get good news and bad news. Good news is we continue. But the bad news is we're not even reach halfway of all the questions that we've been planned for cover, because we get so much. But right now, I want to let everybody please remain at your seats. We just want to take a 5-minute short break. Pay attention to the screen. In these 5 minutes, we'll play some videos. The police band, thank you. We'll give you some short sounds in the background. So His Excellency will get a minute for catching breath, drinking some water and all. And then I'll come back with the second set of questions right after this 5 minutes break. Thank you very much.
This is a new beginning for education in Sierra Leone.
Education remains one of the defining pillars of President Julius Maada Bio's administration. Since beginning his second term in June 2023, the president has continued to invest heavily in human capital development with a strong focus on expanding access to education, empowering girls, and positioning Sierra Leone as a global leader in educational reform.
Without quality education, a nation cannot get the much needed manpower for socio-economic advancement and development.
When President Julius Maada Bio launched the Free Quality Education Program in 2018, it was described as a bold investment in Sierra Leone's future. In his second term, that investment has continued to grow. The government says more than 1 million additional learners have entered the education system, expanding access to free education across the country and bringing opportunities to children who previously struggled to attend school. The administration has also placed special emphasis on the education of girls. Recognizing the importance of women in national development, government initiatives have encouraged greater participation of girls in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, commonly known as STEM subjects. For many young women, these programs have opened the doors to careers traditionally dominated by men. The government's commitment to protecting girls' education also led to the enactment of the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act. The landmark legislation criminalizes marriage involving anyone under the age of 18 and strengthens legal protections aimed at ensuring girls remain in school and complete their education. The reforms have attracted attention beyond Sierra Leone's borders. President Bio has received continental recognition for his leadership in girl-child education and human capital development. The president also gained international prominence by co-chairing the United Nations Transforming Education Summit alongside the UN Secretary General, placing Sierra Leone at the center of global conversations on education reform. Yet, despite these achievements, challenges continue to confront the sector. Many schools, particularly in rural communities, still face shortages of classrooms.
Across Salone, the new culture of civic engagement dey take shape. Place for yegi dem, communities dem dey take part, and governance dey go close to im people dem.
Fambo dem, this na Fambo talk. Salone, we were in a SFPP, and for everybody, we say one country, one people. That means say we all are one people then.
From the community to the school, from the school to the district town halls, Civic Day series na the waka wey dey bring government close to the people.
Name with the three arms of government.
Answer: the executive, legislative, and the judiciary.
Correct. 3 points.
We can hire because President Bio sent we. We can hire for listen. We can't forget a conversation. Under President Julius Maada Bio, we will bring the leadership of government. I make we there. All question valid. Before you go complain a corner, government don't come for let you ask. The minister there, chief education officer there, all man there, who go answer.
We get concerned, the paramount chiefs, and I go really want for make una address this one adequately.
We get government boss, they be the run now. But now government boss no there. When you want pass, you get for take taxi now, you go take government boss for go free town. I think that's my own concern.
Today, the conversation they go beyond the borders them, where they bring all Sierra Leoneans for rub mouth by the country talk. Across Salone, the new culture of civic engagement, they take shape. Place for Yegidem. Communities then they take part. And governance, they go close to in people them.
Fambu then this na Fambu talk. Salone, we were in a SFPP, and for everybody, we say one country, one people. That means say we all are one people then.
From the community to the school, from the school to the district town halls, Civic Day series, na the waka where they bring government close to the people.
Name with the three arms of government.
Answer: the executive, legislative, and the judiciary.
Correct. 3 points.
We can hire because President Bill sent we. We can for listen. We can't forget a conversation. Under President Julius Maada Bio, we will bring the leadership of government. I make we there. All question valid. Before you go complain a corner, government don't come for let you ask. The minister there, chief education officer there, all man there, who go answer.
We get concerned, the paramount chiefs, and I go really want for make una address this one adequately.
We get government boss, maybe they run now. But now government boss no there. When you want pass, you get for take taxi now, you go take government boss for go free town. I think that's not my own concern.
Today, the conversation
where they carry we live today. I have to say plenty thank you to una all where they make sure say this program is excellency in conversation with the people of Salone. Everybody across Salone and across the world, irrespective of who side you dey, you get a chance for day with we and for be part of this conversation. Also, plenty thank you to multiple partner them. We partner and support we at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for bringing this to you. Welcome back. Thank you, Excellency. One can to the, maybe make a call this the hot short rounds. So we'll do them with lightning speed since we get quite a bit more for cover. We want to start the second section with youth employment and economic opportunities. With Sister Kadiatu been sent a question on youth employment and economic opportunities. Do ya wanna play Kadiatu in question quick?
I gave me small box to start the certificate. Nothing go ask her. The person they ask Papa President, they call like if you don't say they can't put it. Who the youth them? But like from where he don't so whenever we see no help. Because like some of us where the school start and but whenever we go far, money make whenever we go far for our school them. But like if you don't say if the power work for who the youth them, or like we not see work na the country, so some of who the youth say they suffer or they strain. So like I don't need that question I get, so I don't know how you get for help me.
What we don't give it education. Now then say, how for help we follow good team up for ourselves. Follow gets more opportunities, job opportunities. We sister na youth man, or boku youth man them. Now then question and then concern. Minister of Labor there within our cabinet, he been promised for make plenty job, 500,000 over the period. So one question we people in the ask, how we dey on economic opportunities, particularly for the young people of the country, sir?
Thank you very much. And I want to start by saying that providing opportunities for the youth people, then they start with education. If a job comes today and they ask this young woman for make Iduam, if you not get the skill, they're not going to take them. If you not get the level of education, where most job they require, they're not going to take them. And except for the menial jobs then, that make with the appeal to parents and to young people then, for make you prepare yourself for that time where the opportunity go come, make you get a type of education, not to just academic education, but skills training. May you acquire then skills, knowledge, be it vocational or what, we go put you in a pole position so that you go take advantage of the opportunity. If opportunity come and you not get the requisite training or the skill, that businessman is not going to take you for go work in place because you become a liability. And why I talk to a businessman? Because we self in a government, what would they take? Would they look for certain talents them? But government a small number, now the working force they take for just administer and provide policy environment for make the private sector thrive and employ as many people. Now that make the question where the lady Umube asked earlier about businesses. Then small businesses then. So then they na hand to mouth, but so then they then big, small, medium size, where one person they do, then can take 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, depending on the size, then they employ. So they not only provide livelihood for themselves, but then they provide support to a system. And when you take, let's say, 10 people then, you employ them, you sure say you feed over 30 people in this country. Yeah. So, yes, we don't provide opportunities for young people, but if we can step back, we go realize, say, the economy for grow, for make we able to provide that space for a lot more people so that we're able to absorb all the young people then. But of course, we know the problems and challenges we don't go through as a nation. At this point in time, we get a lot of young people, well educated, even not to just young people then, adults them, we get the requisite skills and education, but they not get the matching opportunities in terms of jobs. So, there are interrelated problems or things that we need to do. How we present the country. We for present, and not to me no more, we all for present Salone as a country when are the best destination for investment. Then how will they comport ourselves? How will they work with other strangers that we can come, we can test we, so that then go talk very well about we and get an impression we go make everybody go talk say Salone are the best place. We government they do a young part. We don't set up a whole body just for deal with businesses. We they continue for improve on the business environment so that people then go get confidence and then go easily set up business now so that then go able to take most of the young people then. The point where they make, where say work no the government they provide only a small portion, or it will only take small from the workforce. The big portion now either from the private sector or people then when then self they employ themselves. Now that make we encourage entrepreneurship, not just do or try for go for that book where they make where you come on, they go begin for a job. If by carpentry, by tailoring, or by any form agriculture, you able to do them now for fair way so that you go create job and not look for job. And that nina entrepreneurship. So more not they look for, again, that depends on the education where you get. So with the appeal to we all in a society, these are not problems just for government, but now for we all. For more we create the environment so that people then go get good image about Sierra Leone and one for set up business now. And of course we then set up business now we youth then go employ and then everybody go live happily thereafter because they get something within they do.
Wonderful. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. And speaking of jobs for young people in Abombali, at the end of this program, we will come through NACSA and the National Youth Commission, give out some symbolic checks for one of the initiatives and we through your government at least 1,200 young people in Abombali don't get access to some resources. Over 8,000 business grants across the country as part of this program. And in terms of, for example, BRAC grants, over 17,250 young people as well across the country. So when it comes to the number of direct initiatives because of the intervention of governments, plenty. I mean, talk this morning I heard you say the number of industries where you don't grant concessions to, we don't encourage, you don't bring kind of the country. We all they continue for critical jobs and opportunities. But the foundation for that has to be education. So I want to transition quickly. I know say education are one thing we, if we ask you, you will talk a lot about them because it's your passion project. But Your Excellency, the question there on education, for me, I notice a difference. From people asking about whether we should have free education to transitioning now to, yes, this is great, how can we keep it? How can we make it get the quality we want? How we support people in transition to the job market? So maybe I'll ask a double-barrel question. How you go make sure, say, this legacy of yours protected, sustainable, and how you do support, continue to provide support for quality, and I add one more part for making it even more complex. Exam malpractice, when are something we talk about all the time. So, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Education, of course, we all know the importance of it, so I'm not going to talk about that today. And because we know, say, the small money where people they require for start school and for finish school, most parents are not able to make we government as tough and as expensive as it is, we don't take on that burden for pre-primary, primary, and to the end of senior secondary education. And for we women them, the young lady them where they do STEM courses, we don't extend until the end of university. Then for compensate for the gap where we don't structurally create. But even the free education, we they pay billions of loans every month for make sure say we they pay for everybody in a school. How we go maintain them? Now we all, the teachers, the paramount chiefs them, the parents them, we now make sure say that thing where government don't pay for. No teacher not for ask you for pay for it again and you go pay them. We provide textbooks then, teaching materials. We even provide school feeding. Now a lot of places then, thousands of kids then they on school feeding. We 1 million kids then now then they pass school feeding. We provide buses. Now not enough, but in a lot of cities then for make we just able care picking them go school. We provide transition exam fees them. We can make picking them can study till we then reach, they're not able to go pay and they can drop out of school. How we go maintain all of this? Maybe we go legislate them and make sure say no government not change them, because even the one that we not like them, they don't agree say education is a basic necessity and it should be a right. Maybe we propose to Parliament for maybe legislate free quality education.
When I agree with that, now make them part of the laws. We legislate them, so nobody can change that. Thank you, sir.
We camp at quality, not a one-day business. Quality, and I'm glad the way you talk about malpractice them. You, that parent, you, that teacher, you, that examination body, where they help any picking for substitute the process and get answers and in not using brain, you are not useful. You are a menace to society. You are a menace to society. You, that parent, where they help you picking for get answer for examination, you are not a parent. So, for make we maintain quality, we don't train teachers then, more teachers then, and we encourage them. We don't provide, even for provide staff, the knowledge or the skills where you require. We are not ready. We are not ready. And I know any parent, because I know say picking them don't get mind, then they challenge me, then they say they're not for even long neck or watch on this side. It is coming from you, the parents. For goodness sake, that is not quality education. Quality education, they come up from where they picking the master, the things they were in the game. He know and he get the knowledge. If we not do that one day, all this money, billions, we don't spend over $2 billion now on free quality education. That is money in vain. If we not encourage, we picking them. And today, education is easier than ever before. Just make we picking them for study. The teachers then, make them self pay attention. You not they help you picking by making make it cheat. No, you are being a disservice to that picking and to society. Ayeri, where WAEC say then go challenge, WAEC is part of it, and I have proof, and we can take them on that. One student narrate the teacher then, when I teacher then, when I young part in this destruction, even when we they try for remake Sierra Leone, we the foundation for the big neighbor we get as a small country. Now the knowledge what we produce and shape all over Africa. Now that make them they call it the Athens of West Africa. All over. Today they actively take part in the destruction of that education. We were sit on here. It's not fair to picking them. They don't know. Now we for mentor them. We are not preparing the next generation for able to take care of we. So if we old age we not get a competent generation for take care of we, now because we not create that generation, we not invest in them, we are not journeying to them. That is exactly what some of us are doing. And it is painful because such a beautiful program, education, the UN don't recognize we. Now me be the co-chair for the whole United Nations, the whole world, for transforming education. People then go try for minimize that, but now because of the breadth of reforms and the courage we will get, we say we dey change things in here. If that change not reflect the education, the outcomes, then waiting we don't wait. He not only co-chair with the UN Secretary General, but he also appoint me as the only person in president of Africa for be the champion for foundational education in the world. With this sort of honor, where they don't give we as a country, what are we doing? And for the pay for picking, they made them get exam. No. Ladies and gentlemen, we compete salon people then. We can do better. The brains then will get in this country. We are a good people. We get high IQ. We cannot be this lazy and this callous to we serve. we will not give education to picking them. Now we self with the arm. Now we self with the harm. So at the appeal, education in all its forms, especially technical and vocational training, not a second-class education.
Sir.
Now the human capital, now the nation building, skills then that one day. This place will sit on so. Now the one day the mercenaries, then the electricians, they this, then they do all of this. If they're not doing properly, if you sit on so it collapse, they kill people then.
Yeah.
Me not sabi that skill day. If the motor car stop on that side day, it hot. I not sabi how for move again. Now that poor technician, now they call. Now Ingo come and get me going. This air conditioner day. We just they fix them, we not sabi, and you can pour it the next day. So the vocational training where we, now this British trained West Africa, where we they look down on, not to second class education. Especially where Africa, the youth man then, the young people, they don't plenty pass we. If we all go be lawyers and doctors, some of we be politicians, without they make you motorcar, without they be the host.
Fix the host.
Without go fix the generator.
Yeah.
So it is as important as we want to be lawyers, judges, medical doctors, all of them in there. So make we not take a particular type of education we put on down. No. Now where you need that time, then that time they know say, I like a doctor. You need that guy where they come. You go inside your aircon for me, you sleep that next day. You need that technician for make you go. So education for that one are the big owner. Are the big owner. If there is anything where we know for sweep under the carpet, now the quality, and that quality not to one day, not to teacher no more, not to parents no more, now that community make with where you begin then at school, that school day.
Yep.
We are not done yet. Because we don't talk about this. Parents then where they frown, where will they say me picking they not spy.
Imagine.
And not they understand that one day. What would they punish people then? They say human rights. And they tell you now more punishment. It is expensive, but for me it is cheaper compared to ignorance.
So.
At the big one, if I get for the donor on our foot in this country, if we get for better as a nation, please send you picking at school, support them, not help them for cut corners. Make it sit down and net with the faith for light. We get solar light them, make them study and master the knowledge when they give them. Please.
Please, now let's one more time. We have to get up for that. Then the plea of a passionate father to him picking them. I tell when I say, one thing about President Bill, in policy, they're all like a reflection of his true passion. When you listen to him just now, you go ask if he really care about education. You not do this for politics. You do one because he deeply, deeply care about them. Actually, might take this opportunity for just say the people over today are going to radio this morning at Makeni here. Somebody say, hey, the education at school being bought. I say, me grow up, my mama, where they take Osusu, now for me talk me school fee. Then me get win a school exam 10, then pull win a class, be uncle Sidonaya. Then they pull win a class. Our entire lives was governed around whether you get school fee or not, whether you don't pay. In 8 years, 4 months into your term, you don't permanently remove that burden now every single mama in head now this country. It's a very powerful and dramatic thing we don't do. We spend over 22% of the budget on education. The biggest spend as a percentage of GDP on education. So I say on anything, on this question of investments and commitment to education, nobody, no leader comes close to that. So which you don't do for this country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, I want transition now to health. as part of the human development conversation, human capital development conversation, a lot of progress as well in the health sector. Just as you're passionate about this, you don't reduce maternal mortality, you don't declare 300 days of activism. Also, we don't see changes now across the number of hospitals across this country. The investment is remarkable. Why healthcare as part of this? Waiting at the additional progress that we don't make on healthcare. And maybe since we talk about health, now the world, they talk about Ebola. A lot of people want to know, how prepared are we? What's assurance you could give the people of this country that with all the investment that we don't make in primary healthcare and reduction in all the area, that if there is an emergency of some sort, a pandemic, epidemic, God forbid, that the country is prepared to respond? Yes, sir.
Make us start from the rear. I see some members of the officials from the Ministry of Health Naya. As we sit on Naya, the ministry and some of the people them, we don't put in place protocols for make sure say no Ebola case not enter this country. That is a responsibility of the state, and the ministry being proactive, haven't been through this once, not want that to happen. So at the various ports of entry, we don't put in place, because the only way we go Canada, if you come more other side come. So now the ports of entry, we don't make arrangement there. And some of the people then we're responsible for that, especially the public health agency, the National Public Health Agency, and they see the Naya. Where we sit on Naya, then officers then now them various places there for make sure say anybody will come around the affected areas then, you go through proper scrutiny. That way we go stop the index any case Naya at all. We don't go through that before, and we don't want to go through that. But in case it happens, we also don't develop the skills and the knowledge, and we have a particular, the National Public Health Agency, we set her up. Why we sit on here, we not even tell anybody, pass where they tell you so, then you, I, and air, they to that one day. That is how meticulous we are about our health. Because with man they say, health is wealth. Some of us don't know, we sabi somebody wait for beyond dinner, wait for don't leg for dinner, we know where we no come. We only dinner and we talk plenty because we get well body. And I be don't tell when I say million human capital development definition include food security, education, and health. These are inseparable. They're not one thing than that one day. If you take care of that one day, for any individual, that person is good for purpose anywhere in the world. So now that make us deprived as we are in terms of waiting we want for put inside anything in our day, but with a push. Now that make we they do, and so that the health, the education, and food security in this country go make we competitive around the world, which we don't do. Of course, when I go here, say maternal mortality don't reduce by 79%. Yes. Not by chance. It not just happen from the air. Now actions. As we then are, we don't build health facilities within 5 kilometers of 85% of the citizens of this country. We get an ambulance system. We don't the struggle and where we need for support, so that a person you sick one side and you're not able to get the adequate medical facility, you can able to go other side. Then can able to go now the next thing. We don't train midwives then, and we don't open midwifery schools then. Now all regional headquarters in this country. Then for reduce infant mortality and maternal mortality. So even infant mortality, instead we don't reduce them by 59%. Life expectancy don't increase. We don't build regional hospitals then. We see the bill. We can't get cancer center, not to for just diagnose but for treat cancer. We don't train more medical doctors. First time, Natina about 20 or so. I don't forget the miserable figure. Now we they produce more medical doctors, and we don't even get specialist training ever since. For the first time, now we get specialist training for we medical doctors there, so they can trade now. And guess what? They compete, and then they do extremely well in West Africa. Although we just started 2 years ago, we have the brain power, but we are lazy and not ambitious enough for make we push we self out. I hope say this mediocrity where we don't day into, we go change, because not to so people that be there. We need to be more ambitious as a society, so that we go able to show the world, say there are good people in that small country.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll put your hands together, please. On health, His Excellency give you the big numbers. Number not a lie. Life expectancy, you know the cheats. You either increase or you reduce or you stagnant. Life expectancy don't improve. Simple. Maternal mortality, the whole world, they call we and ask, how did you do it? A poor country like we. 78% reduction, like His Excellency say. Your Excellency, with your permission, I want to transition to the issue of drugs. Many drugs, many people write and send questions about drugs from various perspectives. Parents, teachers, religious leaders, young people. Some talk about different effects of particularly, for example, Kush, Tramadol, and other drugs in the country. But one, we brother Jibrila, I think it crystallized this question on drugs. So the first question we will ask, let's turn to Jibrila, let we listen to your question.
Mina Jibrila M. Kamal, Mina Mesira at the draw. Mr. President, the yacht, na Sierra Leone, don't they go in rampant research, they come out of hand. We not bloody as youth. Waiting at the way forward, what it will do for like to start the misuse of drugs for the youth there.
Since that international report's been come out, we be identified Salone as one of the countries that will be affected by the trafficking of synthetic drugs. The drugs in the common are Europe, in the UK, continental Europe. They end up here, they make them here. You go ahead, you declare a national emergency, you establish a task force, some of the leaders and then in this room. Waiting you government don't do, waiting we governments don't do for combat Kush, and whether you don't invest sufficient resources now on prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. Yes, sir.
Drug abuse now a very serious problem all over the world. But me own business now the one way inside Salone. And at that for be with major concern. Make nobody not hide them, it be. And first I want for giving her the assurance say, as a society, as leadership, we they do everything within we means and power for stamp out drug abuse inside this country. There is a commitment to it, and we don't take certain actions, and I want to encourage we all, if we don't follow the trend or the pattern, leadership alone not able bring about transformation or change. And they appeal to the society all the time, because it takes a leader to show a direction, and it takes the followership for make that direction be followed to the end. Then we will know if we leader, a visionary leader, or it's just a point in a direction, will not mean anything for we development. the use of synthetic drugs then, of course, again, we not advanced enough for able make the components that we then they put together for make where they make we picking them. Now poison, that is how I go call them. Especially the kush. I don't see how they deal with people. And I want for make we take this seriously. Government not get yai or side for see. The policeman that we are get, they know they all side for see. The drug enforcement officers they will get, they not go able they all side for see. But I want for assurance say, yes, we all in a community. We know whether they sell drug, we know whether they bring drug, we know who the side they put today, we know who side this day, everything. We cannot say we don't know. We cannot. So the appeal where the appeal to now, not to for just say government. Yes, we will provide the leadership, but I want for the sake of we generation, the way they ahead of we, the young people then, make we not let sit down drug abuse. Because these, like tramadol, we don't seize so many containers and destroy them. And the one that we involved, we don't get about 120 convictions, and they have been sentenced, and we still get another, I think, 200 we see they don't give sentences exceeding 20 years. We don't stiffen the laws then for punish the one that we involved in that. So the appeal they make is that no hide them, no make like you not see them, because you picking, the one we get for save you, break the shackles of poverty where some of we they endure and undergo. If instead get into drugs, that is the end. You go be a poor person generation after generation. We are not going to see anything at this world. So at the appeal to owner, we don't set up the rehabilitation center.
5 across the country.
5 rehabilitation centers. In fact, na Freetown, Mr. Self go inside the rehabilitation center. The first batch went at 120, I think. The Minister of Social Welfare.
150, sir.
150.
Yes, sir.
Then don't come on. We try for teach the new skills, how for be a useful part of society. We get psychosocial support. We don't put together the task force and the police then too. And we don't fast forward the process of prosecuting anybody we involved. That they go on at the courts then. We also, but even as this they go on, 4 weeks ago, another 4 containers of tramadol. We don't even put a law say tramadol. The tablet form them for stopping. We don't inform partners they're out of Sierra Leone, so that nobody know they send one way past 50 milligram. We are doing all of this. We partners then, the one that where they produce the drug there, need for also help we. Not for just the blame. This Sierra Leone narcotic or whatever center. Most of the things that way they come out, if they pass through international waters and pass we on side, because we are in a strategic geographical position. The same reason why slave trade then be used here as a center. That's the same reason why it's so easy from Latin America and for campus now. The geographical position. So now we your responsibility not for make them feel comfortable and pass the law there, and for also talk to picking the mentor there, so that we will able stop this. And from home, we also get the threat of international traffickers there, where, as I say, go one for user and the user.
Your Excellency, if you can allow me, may I ask the question will link to international trafficking since you did transition today. Quite a number of people ask questions about what in the role where we they play and how we they play we own role for disrupt international drug trafficking networks and the measures that we will take for protect saloon borders and maritime space. I want for just make clear say some of the questions asked about recent headlines. You mentioned allegations say we in a narco states, people want for put tags around we, or different information we in the news about waiting they happen, particular individual, no particular individual. These were questions that people asked. So this is an opportunity for maybe ask on we own role as a state, what do they do for address and play a role for tackle transnational crimes in general, sir?
Very soon, I expect a report on a comprehensive assessment of we ability for able intercept or disrupt trafficking where they pass now we own marine domain or air. But air, we, as we all know, we not even get the wherewithal for able man with airspace. And even the marine domain, then at the water we will get where now we own territory, 200 miles away from here, from the shore, is another area. We don't do that assessment, and we want for sharing with partners around the world, because it's very easy for say this native man, but also find make you say who side that person that native man can go sell in wait itself. Now a club, who side it come out, who side it pass, and who side it go. So it's easy for nations like we for be and at the final really tough for accept the nomenclature where some of we they willingly accept, and when you accept that nomenclature, say we are narco state, when you know the benefit from them, where you not get, where you know the, you know if you know when which side they go on, they take a name where go give the whole country bad name, where go make you picking if you want, or use yourself where you want travel, you go get that problem. But Sierra Leoneans, for who we are, we can easily accept that kind of nomenclature because we want to give one person bad name or this or that. The assessment we will do now, the whole marine domain, the various port then the WAF that we will get, and we ability for go na sea. These are all the assessment that we don't do, and the report good soon day. But I must say the EU just give it some speedboat them, but they're on there recently we go help we, but not far from the shore. These now inflatable speedboats them we go help you for go. I don't even know how many miles, but most of these activities they happen thousands, if not hundreds of miles away from the shore. So that they beyond what we see, they beyond the technology they we will get, and the means we will get for able to see and know, for even interceptor you get for access them. But one assurance we want to make is that we as a human capital government not going to make the human beings there, and they bring and support anybody where they bring something, we go camp with the same human being there. That is the assurance I will give you, and that we are fully determined for make sure say we not go actively participate in anything. We go support the trade, encourage the trade, or for do anything we go make it easier with the same partners then who side some of them drugs here they come out, who side they pass, and who side they go. We they work for create an environment where it will become extremely tough for the one the way they do them. There was the instance of the Spanish thing where they blame Salon. That investigation is still ongoing, and these are things where we need for pursue. The only thing where me go advise Sierra Leoneans they not willingly go draw bush. Say me in a narco state, I live in a narco state, you know, because it is spear. The one the way they produce. We say all the kush they come out. We say they come out. We sabi make them? No. We say the tramadol, even when we don't make law then inside here. We say the tramadol they come out. We know they make tramadol here. We are a target. And because we are a target, we make a concerted effort for make sure say we not accept that nomenclature, And we do everything for make sure say we are not actively participating. And that is why I go one for giving the assurance say we all need to be the policeman we were supposed to be. The policeman they will get, they not go the outside. They not do. The soldier man they do not do. The drug enforcement agency they not do. We will know and we will don't see. If you keep your mouth shut, you not like yourself, you not like your country, you not the cater for the future of this country.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think it's clear the position of the country, they make we a vulnerable spot right now the Atlantic. The same reason like AG say, where them in choose here as a hub for the slave trade, means say we gullible. We not get the abilities for man the fullness of we waters. But we make the investments there now. There's a report that's been done by top European firms where His Excellency they expect for support we for do that. Increasing investments in that. And the commitment is clear. We don't get more intercessions in this country, now we airports, for different kinds of drugs. We continue to play a role even on the question of international justice. You don't give instruction for the AG for continue for engage, sir. So that any issue we camp with now we rule on any transnational crime, Sierra Leone, not they be part of that, as His Excellency don't make it clear. That now we commitment, that now we the statements from the first gentleman of the country. We can put your hands together one more time for that. Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, we get 2 more questions, briefly, and then we will try to see how many more we can take from the audience. One, the global leadership of Salone. Security Council, Minister Kabadi Naya, we just successfully done the Security Council. You know the chair of ECOWAS, the Community of Heads of States. Many people can always want to ask, okay, then the importance, but how does that benefit me? Waiting we position na the international world. This newfound respect, you just mentioned transforming education, you're a champion, replenishment, for example, you don't talk about that, you're a champion, global immunization, you're a champion. On a lot of these issues, the doors the way to open. Maybe speak to Sierra Leone in re-emergence as a global leader and why then the importance for the ordinary people of this country, sir.
Thank you very much. I think with forefathers, the wandering way start this nation, they lay a foundation for me will be a very prominent member of the international community. From education, when at the basis for all of the things there, to the many times where will be the lead, where they talk about leadership, na Salone they talk about. We seem for don't go astray somehow. Me own business, now for remind we and bring we come back on track. For be now the Security Council, we better feel so timid as a nation for even vie for that position. Because this Security Council now the most important organ of the whole international system. Now then they decide. Of course, we're not to permanent members, but for make you go there, now all the countries then in the world now they get for vote for you. Recently, countries that don't try, where they not succeed. And previously, we were a menu for that Security Council. We now be item where then they discuss Sierra Leone, now ceasefire, waiting for do with the rebels then, waiting for do government of national unity. For make we convert that few years after the war done over, for make we go be member and also chair that not to any mean achievement. Make no mistake about it. We for be proud. If we are not proud of that, we cannot be proud of anything more. Not the world. And guess what? Even when at the chair, now Sierra Leone then the right there. If you watch, Sierra Leone, not to Julius Maada Bio. If Salone, out of 190 something countries in the world, you name they said na wuna de, in charge of world peace and security, you should be proud as an individual. The first thing is to do that. And in this short time, where Abel the talk say we try for clean we image so that we will become an authentic part of the international community. Now that the reforms that we will do and the genuineness we will show towards education. The way the UN decides say the need for transform education of the world, the Secretary General say the post we go Sudan for co-chair, it could be the president of Sierra Leone. In our top part that one day, he say you are the champion for Africa for foundational learning in the world. We now original founding members of ECOWAS. We no one day lead ECOWAS. We the shame, we the afraid. Then they say no, we don't want cross water. Me I tell them say now that same water the cross for go for ECOWAS meetings. Since where be we not self get for cross that water for camp. For meeting inside Salone, that timidity we don't keep we shell them. Now at the break and I don't crack them, and we need for continue for break them for make we be respected. If I way say I'm from Sierra Leone, you're proud for produce your passport. You're not afraid. Now that make on the 19th, all the heads of state now West Africa go there, na Salone for me we go summit. ECOWAS summit. Everybody within a position inside government, na chair of in that position, any side we say in West Africa, we don't hold so many meetings inside Salone as a result of that. We get to be proud of that. We don't do things and we don't remove we from obscurity to outside the whole world they look that way. And we'll talk about gender equality and empowerment. Sierra Leone is a leading country in the world today. I want to say thank you to the many people, Madam Minister of State now within the Vice President's office. Now we begin and we done them with the Minister of Social Welfare within now. We and me in particular believe say women therefore be equal part of society, and that we for empower them for make them be meaningful part of that equal society where we aspire to. And because we keep them behind the scenes or in the kitchen for too long, we need for empower them. Now that make we get this STEM provision policy so that the woman then where they show excellence, we go able to push them, make them finish school, make them not get no hamburger. So with all of them today, we don't do. We are a leader today. And they want them where they go out. We will get the opportunity for go out. When you go out today, Sierra Leone, the name Sierra Leone is synonymous to the good things then, not to the kind nomenclature we try for attract so we serve. No society, America they battle with drugs. Then they use aircraft, then they use bomb all. We not get bomb, we not get aircraft. Both self, we not get fear for make it go up to 200 night. So we need for amplify what's good about we, so we go be proud. We picking them. We're not going to teach them patriotism. Don't go wear the green, white, and blue proudly and go anywhere in the world. So, again, I want to say, then walk all what would they do? The travel way are they travel. And by the way, I go for travel tomorrow. The one day way like one answer. Because now under my leadership, ECOWAS don't get a brand new headquarters in Abuja, and we go for commissioner. My name go Dede, but then go right, President of Sierra Leone. So tomorrow, Salone they go inaugurate, a huge monument, big edifice, winner for the whole of West Africa. For 50 years now, the first time we don't get that kind of. And they do an in una name, and una need for be proud of yourself. And I they bring all me confidence on the 19th for Medenkansi Salome, because we serve now a bona fide member of ECOWAS, and we don't ready for take the leadership now.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. As we host the ECOWAS summit, the people in Lungi, na Port Loko, then self get for benefits beaucoup, because heads of state then they come. Na investment na money where they go, they get for biting them, they get for cow beaucoup people there. Would they build a whole state of the art center na Lungi because of the international engagements? Then I think what you don't do, like how you say, what they travel across the world. I can joke with Keke Thomas saying I'm the chairman for press secretary there, na ECOWAS. So all man I are within our governments, na chairman because of your leadership. So that respect to normal self is very important. Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency, I want to ask the last question from me, Naya. We receive quite a lot of questions on many issues. Education, we don't cover economy, healthcare, security, and salon in place in the world. But quite a few questions in come where people do not ask about issues. They want to talk to you, the person, the man. They want to know about the future and what do you want the future generations then go remember the Julius Maada Bio presidency for. When you think about your legacy, 8 years, you not go it, like I like for remind you get quite a few time, but just an opportunity for speak to all this work we don't do. What do you want to be remembered for as president of Sierra Leone, sir?
Thank you very much. I think there is a thing called potential, and there is an act of unlocking the potential. The Million Project of Pauper Salon for Better, now the fact say we underperform as a nation, and we don't do so for a very long time for varying reasons. I want to be remembered as the one we crack that potential for unlock the potential where we really be as a people. We did talk about Northwest, we did talk about Limba, we did talk about Soso. We say they try for do plenty and cover plenty things then. Now because as a people, we potential, we not reach it as a nation. And I'm happy where we talk about the fact say we divide ourselves along Northwest, West, in the South, East, and West. The day where we use the social capital we will get as a people and act as Sierra Leoneans, the synergy where they flow go make everybody go respect to it. Talking about the UN Security Council, I put together a team of very young people, whether they make up the team. From the permanent rep to the whole team. When I go, the Secretary General tell me, he say, when are the box above una weight, punch above una weight. Because he say, when you see the faces of the young people, you know they feel say these are mature diplomats. He said, but Wunan are one of the most successful missions then we don't exist. And that talk about the youthful nature of even my cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, everything we are doing now for prepare Sierra Leone for future. We know they go it, but our days are numbered in a way. But the future, even we in we old age, we think for make we be a better society. You know, a young man, today now you sit down, now you question me before everybody now. Me Minister of Foreign Affairs, now a very young man. So many of them, you see them from marine resources to social welfare to trade to lands. The wisdom, I keep the wisdom, I keep we, the elderly people there, where they inside there. And not see me say I don't taste more. That wisdom we don't accumulate. 9, we they try for infuse into the creativity of the young people where they carry with we. By the time where they left, whether it's Timar for talk, you go say this is better past President Bio. You will care for your future, you for care for the present, the young people. We for train them, mentor them, coach them, everything, apprenticeship. You know they learn in a school. Now in the field, that is what I'm doing. I'm very intentional. Where I take human capital, I'm very intentional. Where I bring the young people, I'm very intentional. Where I bring the women to the fore, I'm very intentional. Where I abolish the death penalty, I'm very intentional. Where I free my friends and at the press for me them right but me. So that they go feel free. That pen did enough for the freed for right. Some key right sense. Now that's what I go make no say. Yes, I don't make mistake. Or are they about for mistake? So the one that we constructively they do one. Some they not even write that. They go come to you and say, yes sir, we for do this way. These are the things where they do for unleash the power, the potency where they and the agency in Sierra Leone. We are a great people. We are a good people. Make no mistake about that. But because of the line they own, they call Timni line, Mende line, the energy, the synergy, enough flow it. The synergy, no day. The day where we break that line there, and I make very soon, inshallah, we will make this road from Bo to Matutuka through Yele. We get a huge community of Northerners inside Bo. We sell land, give them, we give them everything. Waiting, who side the line there? Now imaginary, now whatever a mental construct. When now we use for divide we serve. So you go grab, you go Bo, you go buy your then go command a Bo can buy now, then go back 2-3-10 because now short distance. Some of we politicians deliberately decide for keep it apart. They not do the infrastructure so that we will stay apart. But me, they break them boundaries then. Now they make the Falaba road. Carrying it when I they come. And not they forget. So that every district headquarter should be reached on a paved road. That way, we go feel like a community. We go walk like the community. And the potency, the agency where we get as a people, we can tend for undersell that one day, and that don't restrict and constrain that potential. The leadership in one generation, in one administration, I don't show to the world say, we don't show to the world say, yes, we can lead even at the UN, we can lead the world, we can lead West Africa, and the reforms and the nature of the things that we do now, it will make Salon, they on the track for recovery and transformation. This is what is my mission, and at that make at the appeal to owner, you have a part to play. I cannot do it alone. The ministers are not enough. We agency heads are not enough. It takes a whole society. Sierra Leone. Break the boundaries. Let there not be a barrier. Forget about tribe. Now language and what do they eat. You know, sometimes nine are the difference. And the bad politician, and that then they make it look like the man different from the man different. Ready with the boss, we say with the boss, not the man, not the boss. Not so. So, when something you're passionate about, I feel say waiting don't keep we from reaching our potential. Now we will not agree work. But Kababin call them bad that. Me they call them, me they say, make we break the borders, the boundaries, the mental construct. We don't keep we apart for so long. Thank you.
Naingeri, thank you. Now let's put hands together for His Excellency the President. Thank you very much, sir. The man will crack the potential. You will be remembered as the man will unleash the potential. As a young person, we privileged for serve alongside others. You know, the man will look we as young people with the outside and say, no, you also belong. Kind side. Thank you very much. Now let's put your hands together one more time for His Excellency. So we can sit down. Thank you. Thank you. We don't run out of time. So we've been supposed for there from 2 to 4. It's almost 5. And we also get the road, plenty people get for go. So I know say, no matter how we don't try for reflect so many voices, then get for say we will not be bringing the voice. So we go ask 3 people then for ask questions. Just for let we get that opportunity there. And then His Excellency will talk one time on all them 3 then they, and then we go. If you there you get question, put up your hand. I want to say, I did take the bad name already. Say all man not get for able to ask. Would I get the mic? All right. Give the mayor a hand up. Give the mayor number 1. Wait, now sit down. It's not the mayor. Let ask. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President, government ministers, development partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this special opportunity for thank His Excellency the President for the things that way he don't do for we. I will take this opportunity for thank the Commissioner of NACSA, who creates 1,500 jobs for we, and also thank the Foreign Minister who joined with the Council for do an obliques. So I want to tell you thank you and the government. But however, sir, I want for coming over the issue of electricity. Makeni don't go 6 months with electricity disruption until they ration them. So people for say the 70% where they contribute to the rich government, now pay and go. Now where you pay, then give you charge. They're not give you electricity. 6 months will they get electricity in the Makeni city. It affects we, sir. And now we get over 20,000 students, 10,000 from Unimark and 10,000 for EBK. We need electricity, sir. We plead for make Igwe intervene to this one because we look at a series of meetings. Sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Another one, sir. Another one, I want to thank
Mr.
the
Mayor.
President. No, sir. No, sir. I want to thank the President.
Just 1 second, I allow you. But I just want to let you know, like I said, we don't run out of time. So that other one we ask soon, and the last one. You agree? Go ahead.
I agree now the voices of Makeni people.
Yes, sir.
We come to the road. I want to thank the President where he give me audience. At one time, Nabo say yes. He go ensure say he do the roads of Makeni City, and he don't prove until we say he go do the Makama Road. But I want for reminder also and plead to Ram for say we put 4 significant roads them to Ram. We get the Makama Road, we get the OIC Road, we get the Frontier Road, we get also another road them. Do you make it help we Makeni, we ready for work with them, and of course we will go prove we right. Una the ministers them will come and organize this thing, the cooperation where we give the President. So make the party we but that would end it. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Mr. Mayor, we tell you plenty thank you for that question. Next, I see somebody underway get disability. Yes, that Monday, I want get a chance for us. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon. Me na Festus Tambalebi. Me na a disabled person. My opportunity to me for tell the president plenty thank you and the minister then and in responsible leaders then where they work with where they put this country before. Mr. President, before I go to the question, this when I be don't make laws then for disabled people then at this country when at the Disability Act where they work na this country na different institutions. I'm not going to name all the institutions, but one, employment, education, and health. Mr. Government, these things then they work, but challenges in there. How you and your government go come and reduce and what? Let them load them all water, better one, let them have challenges then commodity, sir. Then, Mr. Government, waiting at the package, the plan for disabled people for this June and the ending of this year, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to go at the back. At the cam, hold on. At the go so first. I want to go at the back. The lady at the back. Next now woman, log on the mic.
Thank you, Minister of
one leader.
Information.
Not a chance, yes.
H retired Brigadier Julius Marabio, we not tired. Would they tell you plenty thank you for we the woman they forgive we 30% quota. Would they tell you plenty thank you for your leadership. Mr. President, I want to ask this question. How you go make sure say we the woman there the law and the progress so you don't put on the gender and empowerment for the woman then after you term as a president. Now the question is, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a question of the legacy for the woman then. How you go make sure say secure? At the Kaobaya, we don't do 3 years. At the Kaobaya, I never take the bad name. I don't read on. Okay? The young lady we wear the black with him up so when I get on the mic.
Hello. Mr. President, I want to tell you plenty thank you. Me and a student of this institution and are happy for this particular event. And I really want to tell you thank you for all the things that we do for Salon people. So now, paying attention to every conversation, my question as a young person, waiting at the difficulties where you don't face in these 8 years, and also waiting at the successes them where you don't get as Commander-in-Chief.
All right, we'll tap the first because we don't get 4 questions, so the president will lose in train of thoughts. So, Your Excellency, if you can touch on that one in there. Like I say, I beg everybody. Now we start with the mayor. In the talk for now. We don't there, he been commit to 1 hour 30 minutes. He don't there 3 straight hours in the talk. We're not going to answer everybody. So do ya una left ake for me and left ake for we. Your Excellency, you have about 4 questions if you can wrap them up together, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, we Mayor for the city of Makeni. I don't note you concerning the unreliable supply of energy for the period we say, and also the desire for fix the other roads in addition to the Makama Road. For electricity, I think
where they talk about I did admit say we don't get challenges with them. And in the dries, as we all know, we main source when the one when we own energy source when bumbuna. Sometimes it is stopped completely because the water they can down. And we for buy from car power. And that can lead to serious problems then. But of course, you for take solace in the fact say we don't make effort for add by waiting once the waiting with the work on go through, we increase that capacity there, and that go take care of that fear where you get. Not to even inside Freetown, then challenges then they. The only side whose side we not encounter that one day much, because we the buy power from Cote d'Ivoire and also we the buy from Guinea. And that one they supply on a different line where an office say Makeni day on that one. So Kono, Bo, and Kenima then get a they even get better supply past we than a Freetown. I go attest to that. So the minister Denaya, he not go for talk now, but he don't hear what he say, and to the extent that it's a system fault, we go take care of that immediately. But to the extent that now part of the general challenges we grapple with, I will assure you say by the end of next year, the volume, the exponential increase, what we don't add to the generation, we all go see. We only they try for go ahead of it and make sure that we're able to transmit and to all the parts then successfully, so that all man go get. But for the roads, them, I go make the minister go take note of that. Then go do the assessment. May we know how much it go cost. But I don't already give instructions for the Makama road and the the Pandai road that we don't call the OIC and the two others. There, that one should be fixed immediately because it leads to the hospital. Yes. For we brother, the person with disabilities, we note your concerns. Definitely, we want to create a society that is inclusive, which means wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever your state, they bring, they take on our issues into consideration. What would they think about fixing this nation? I want for Makena know say the challenges are many, and therefore, even the time we can get in a democracy is small for take on other challenges then and take them to fruition. And the gender issue, I think how we for make sure say more than 50% of the society, we acknowledge them and we enable them so that we will able to accelerate development. That is basically what gender empowerment means. I think that the service for many society discount what women then go do. They can be great contributors, and therefore I want to challenge the women then, especially the elites then, for make they explain the gender equality and the empowerment be really go down to every society, may they explain what that mean to them. Because a lot of people just will say, na 30%, no, not to 30%. There's so much to it. And I want for one of the elites, the winner woman then, for support to a company woman then. Not to just win at you. And I want for make the woman then actually team up stronger one, so that nobody, no government, no administration will ever remove that, not the legislation, the power there, the things that we don't give women there. If anything, now we know more the women themselves not can vote properly. Me, I don't increase them to 40% before they go. If they promise me that one day, I go I go increase the participation to 40% before they go. The student, I think this student, he want to be a leader in future, so he want to know the difficulties then. I guess now leader already. The fact say it's map now and talk, and they encourage everybody for fight for be a leader. If you not be a leader, not to politically no more. Now any industry in the world, any side we say the leadership is about leading and providing that which is good for the rest of humanity. The young lady, the difficulty we I get, if you don't observe, if we don't see an inside me frustration inside this hall, that is forget we all for think, for follow, when I vote for me. That means say when I trust me. So if I say no go so, no question again, follow me. That now the most difficult, now most society then, we don't succeed. Now where the people then, they entrust that man said Tima before. Now for 10 years, now for 5 years, where at Tima before, I say no ben so. I know it, I don't see ahead. Trust me, and fully. You know, the father then can tell we say where they trust God now for trust and fully, they go see in reward to you. Not go trust and half enough. Instead not go provide for you now half enough they provide for you. Because you know say not to in one more depend. Where you want, where you don't make a decision. Scrutinize who becomes your leader. Scrutinize who becomes your leader. That is the most difficult task. And pray over them. God will provide the leader. And the quality of a leader, now they determine the level where the country they go at any one point in time. I think say when I not be make mistake, when I scrub me proper, I fetch proper, but when I say pauper na matter, and I want for proof the majority of this country say you are right, and for encourage you, for scrutinize you leaders in future where they come. Not vote by color, not a color they live on. Not vote by color. Let the person get a message. Let the party have a message. A message that resonates with your future. A message that speaks to what you aspire to for your child and your future. Make another this say now we all come on a team, vote for me. No, vote for me. So, I think say with that, I don't answer.
You don't answer all the questions for today. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Before we go, we been get some important check that we will let you hand over, Your Excellency, with your permission. The projects, the government of Salone work with the World Bank and they now raise $42 million under the Productive Social Safety Net and Youth Employment Project. You've been launched that project in Akambia for provide direct income supports to poor families and for give access to income generating activities. The project will be implemented by we brother na NACSA and in team, Ambassador Dumaina, the National Commission for Social Action, and the National Youth Commission and the Anti-Corruption Commission. Then say since you become Makeni, they want to take advantage of the fact that you have for you symbolically hand over 3 of the important checks. You don't give out $300 each to 1,500 young people them trained in Makeni, follow them establish or continue their own self-owned enterprise. And today we want to recognize the different groups that we give. So we get 3 symbolic checks, please. Ambassador, you go carry them forward. The first one now for the Makeni women. It's a group of 10. Then they receive a check of 68 million new loans plus 196 68,000 new loans. 68,000 new loans. I beg your pardon, 68 million old loans. So the Makeni women group, then they are for come. All right, you can come forward. My name. This is not to the group. It can represent the Makeni women's group. Okay, you wait. Okay, Ambassador can hear you. Okay, thank you. Congratulations. The next one, now to young generation. This is now 34,048 loans plus 5 cents. All in the inside. Young generation, please come forward for can receive on a check from His Excellency the President. Yes. And finally, maybe His Excellency will come back up. So,
good afternoon. Mina Ibrahim Tula. Of course, being one of the beneficiaries in this project. I just want to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency the President, and also I want to thank and appreciate the initiative where NACSA and also Youth Commission. I want to tell them say the support they give, they make sure so we put her into action. Then I also want to talk to the President, advocates from the company disabled. I get an organization where they run when a CIDA, when a Central Initiative for Disability Development Association. Me na the project officer, me also na a student, I don't graduate na this university. I also they pursue na IBK, they do BSc Public Administration and Management. Are they yati?
Thank you. Thank you very much. A brilliant young man. We don't hear it. Thank you very much.
And then the third and final one, Adama Fulamusu Kamara, when an individual will get the final check. $1,500 of them can check here. Don't go to people them na Bombali as part of this project. Now, let's put your hands together one more time. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, NACSA. Thank you to the National Youth Commission and on our team within IAM. Your Excellency, we get one more final launch, a copy of the magazine for you. Every year, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education at the Presidential Town Hall, they produce what we call the Moist Updates. It chronicle the President's in development initiatives across pretty much every sector we don't cover. So all 2 years so today, we don't cover it. You get numbers, you get stories, you get testimonials. It's a detailed magazine. Everybody in this hall go get a copy of this magazine. We want to give you, Your Excellency, now for let you go officially launch this magazine as we launch them for this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor. First, I have a great young man on my side here who has done so much for the information landscape, civic education, and he's doing extremely well. Transforming potential to reality. I'm proud of you, and I want you to know that you have done a great job. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, with honor and delight, I now launch the Moist Update Volume 3, Transforming Sierra Leone.
Thank you, sir. With the press secretary will make the final announcement. Thank you all. It's been wonderful. God bless you.
Quick announcement. Una know say president and a leader of a political party. So you don't say where come Makeni, he not go forget for talk to him party people. So therefore, after here, president will retire back to the holding room. But we appeal to everybody say, we're not going to use again this entrance what we use for Kainsai. There are exit doors on the side, or the big for Makuna use because one clear this path. So president will come, go address party people after the holding room. On that note, thank you. Please rise for national anthem.
We also get refreshments. All the ministers them will make provisions for now. All the dignitaries that will come as well. We team go there around for give specific additional instruction. Now the canteen, we ask all the VIPs them for joining at the canteen. The rest of inside the hall, then we'll come and make sure the paramount chiefs them please and the dignitaries will join at the canteen. Now let's team up for the Sierra Leone national anthem. Thank you all.
Remain standing while the president exits, but not forget for exit on the sides of the hall, not the entrance. Security, please close that entrance, please.
That justice betrayed. Radio true be there. On FM 103.9. Radio true be there. On FM 103.9. Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True media ready.